What up, everybody? Cheers, everybody. You go laughing at voodoo music. Yo, Polygon, I'm glad to see you're here. Do you like that song? That song's sick. Cheers, everybody. Happy, what is it? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. You know the live stream's still happening, even on the quiet days, right? There ain't shit happening. We're running out of stuff to talk about, which is good. Cheers, see you next time. I'll go through everybody. But it ain't not much happening right now, right? Quiet day, quiet on the home front, and it's been quiet for a number of days now, right? Look at this. Now Uber. Oh, threshold list update. So there's there was crazy volume early September, right? It is too early, and again, buyback still ain't my base case, not yet anyway. But I have to say, that's been crazy volume. It's quieted down so much and been so stable for the past 5 days. It's kind of getting a little bit interesting. No 13D filings, no updates, at least on buys on the anyone breaching 5%. Kind of interesting. And Justin was talking about this too. I saw some of his posts on Seeking Alpha, but like there was a lot of volume there in early September. And I mean the Ryan Cohen stuff at the beginning of the month, but then then there was an update to the Ryan Cohen stuff, and then earnings and stuff. So there's a lot of reason. There's a lot happening as to why there would be quite a bit more volume. But then it's quieted down so much, like the past 5 days. Then I'm like, maybe could they have been buying a bit on the open market, or you would have thought someone was buying. I don't know. This is pure speculation. This is just fun guesswork, you know what I mean? But I was like surprised. I saw the 7, then the 6, and then the 5 yesterday. Oh yeah, we didn't have a stream yesterday. And then 6 today. I'm thinking, damn, it's really quieted down. And remember, I did poke around the S3. I did read through this, and as they know too, I mean obviously there's way more longs out there right now. And what are we up over 120 million on the long side? And like this is really low volume for that. 6 million is really low volume for that. 5 million, 6 million. And it still seems like there's so much has happened this month that you still think there'd still be some positioning going on, but really it's quieted down. So then I'm like, then this volume looks more normal to me. Remember, average volume back over the summer was like 3-4 million, nothing crazy. But now this is looking more like aberrant, right? Is that the word? Aberrant? Where this looks way out of the, early September kind of made sense because the whole Ryan Cohen stuff. But then it was just a marginal ad by Ryan Cohen. And then earnings. When was earnings? The 9th? Right here? And then boom, 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 just so much. So I don't know. I know some of us were talking about that too. They kind of did something similar with the last year with the buybacks. Not that that's any correlation. There's like zero correlation with what they're doing this year. But I don't know. Kind of surprised by how much volume has slowed. So we'll see. Just fun thing to think about. That's about it. Hey, there ain't shit going on. Oh, I did tweet one thing today. What was it? I got it open. Oh, I got it over here. I didn't even know this. Did you know this gaming ETF exists? Maybe I was supposed to know that. I didn't know. Well, James Wang had posted. Have we seen James on the stream before? Cheers, James. And so I retweeted what he had posted. I hadn't seen that. And look at this. It is one of the best performers in a gaming ETF, right? I've seen some gaming folks just saying like GameStop maybe doesn't even deserve to be in something like this. And yet, it's Wedbush too. I saw that. But one of the best performers over the quarter, right? Reflexivity, then it starts performing well. People talking about it, and it's like, what's going on here? And so they commented here. I thought that was kind of interesting, so I thought I'd share that. But other than that, there really wasn't not much going on this week. But the important thing is when not much is going on, it's a good if the only reason GameStop is up because of the news and all that, you know what I mean? If that's why it's up and it's because of Ryan Cohen, blah blah blah, you expect that would fade, but it's sticking. It's sticky. And so you like to see even on these quiet days and now it's going on a quiet week, but we're up. And so all else equal, of course you want that, right? It goes without saying, but even still, it could have been going down right now. It wouldn't even affect what we'd be talking about on the stream. It could be like $9 right now, $8. It would have been within reason. It wouldn't have been crazy for it to have done that. So I'm kind of like, damn, it's really holding that 10 pretty damn well. I'm kind of impressed. And now at this point, there's probably some folks talking about this, but now we're creeping right back up, right? What was this? The sell-off and then creeping right back up. But those really small days, it's getting back up to that 52-week high. What's that 52-week high at? It's like 11.17. So we're right back up there. We're right on the cusp. It's almost like it wants to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see the price actually, it wants to do something. And it's keeping up there, but it's kind of settling down. Maybe it's waiting on some news or something like that. There's nothing to do except you watch it. And then the other thing I've been keeping my eye on, I mentioned this before, I don't know if Jordan's here, but he likes to put these lines on the chart there, right there. And looking for a little bit of a breakout on our side. People do that. Not high conviction anything, but it's just something I'm looking at, that's all. But yeah, that's it. There's really not much. Was there anything else? I don't think so. Nah, that's it. Hope everyone's having a nice week so far. Who we got? Who's in the house tonight? George Nelson. George, I saw you were early. Cheers, George. Welcome. Eduardo too. Welcome back. Hugo. Yeah, that's right. What up, Hugo? Hugo, don't be sleeping on us tonight. Don't be sleeping on us. I got something to show you later. Hugo. Polygon, welcome. Jen, I seriously love this intro so much. I'm glad you like it, Jen. I arguably spent too much time just trying to get all those kitties together, so I'm glad you like it. And yeah, here you go. Roll the full laugh and now voodoo music. Smash, the great intro. Thank you, Smash. Appreciate that. Is Polygon there? Cheers, Polygon. Cheers. I hope you like. I don't even remember the name of that song. Oh, I got it right here. If anyone's interested, that's Tetrachromacy, suggested by Polygon. Okay, see you next day. Cheers to all, and to as well, Roaring Kitty. The insurance can't cut us down more than 1% or 2. We're doing quite well. I agree. I agree. See you next Newsday. You know what I mean? It would have been fine. It would have been. A lot of people read too much into this stuff. Speaking of reading too much into this, I want to bring this up because a lot of folks talking about this. Look at this. The shares were shares available to short were down to like 900. This is according to iBorrowDesk, right? But then jump back up. Now it's back up to 400K. It's still at 39%. I bring this up just to say you probably shouldn't read too much into this type of stuff. Use it as like you take a pulse of what's going on, but really that's it. If you see the shares available getting down to 0, it doesn't mean that much. Pops back up. But the gist of it is it's clearly getting a bit harder to borrow the shares to sell short. You know what I mean? But these small, I saw some people talking about this. I wouldn't read too much into that. So, but anyway, regardless, yeah, down 1% or 2. Noise. It's noise. Just noise. That's all. Uber Kicks threshold list is incoming. Okay, so they're going to get an updated. GameStop's been on that threshold list for a bit. That too, I haven't been reading in too much into. If it's on it for a number of days, it can be. But like the shorts know that, so I don't know. Uber Kicks definitely. Hey, Uber Kicks, cheers to Tampa Bay, right? I know you were tuning in and out to catch that game. I saw it worked out. Daily O'Brien, cheers. Welcome, Daily. Welcome. 8 p.m. ET. Oh, it's coming out at 8 p.m. Okay, Uber. Daily, this low volume price action in the 10s reminds me of our days back in the 4s. Yeah, no shit, right? The quiet, stable days, not much is happening. I mean, that's what you were seeing all back. For those who remember, for those few folks who remember, the quietness, the silence is not that uncommon for GameStop, but it's just because it's been a crazy September. JF, GameStop and Cohen announced an agreement. Board seat advisor. What is the impact on GameStop? Do we get big sell-off if buyout is off the table? So Jay's saying if we get an announcement agreement, the board seat advisor, what is the impact on GameStop? See, I would interpret that as bullish. You know what I mean? But it's a good question, Jay. It's that second level thinking. You know what I mean? How's the market going to react to news like that? Maybe it's pricing in a buyout right now, and if there's confirmation that it's not a buyout, it's a good question. I'd be interested in people's opinions here. As a shareholder, if you're a long shareholder, I imagine you would view this as bullish. But indeed, in the short-term price action, if people are pricing that in, they don't get it. It's interesting. I think it would be perceived at the current price point of 700 million or something like that. I think, but it's a good question. I don't know. Good question, Jay. Do we get? I don't think you'd get a big sell-off. And we were talking about that if Ryan Cohen walked away, which I think is quite a bit unlikely. Then you might get a sell-off. But if he's confirmed to be part of the team, right now we're still not even sure. Him being added to the team, board seat advisor, whatever it is, then you void the potential for him walking away. You know what I mean? So that's why I view that as it's way better news because that risk is now gone. In the short term anyway, right? So that's how I interpret it, but if other people disagree with that, I'm all ears, I'm listening, I keep an open mind. It's a good question. What if we get confirmation in the near term? But again, I assume shareholders would prefer that. Let's get some clarity on what's moving here because they probably already bought into the thesis, so then it's like, all right, now we got Cohen on board too. Interesting. Okay, Hugo, what would happen if Buffett buys GME shares? Yeah, let's discuss that. If Berkshire announced it, we see Form 4 file with Berkshire above, what would happen then? Huh? Could you imagine? Huh? Oh, jeez. I can't even imagine that, right? Everyone would laugh at us that we would even be contemplating that. Polygon, playing some KSB realism overhaul on the side today. Some KSB realism overhaul? What's that? Polygon. Daily Brown. I would think that any info that solidifies the Cohen GameStop relation will be positive regardless of buyout. So I agree, Daily, but like I just said, some people might disagree with that, so definitely share. Uber Kicks. Today was quietly the third highest close in the last 18 months. Thank you for some perspective, Uber Kicks. Sick. That's a nice data point. We say 18 months, right? Is this it? About 18 months? Yeah, good call. Ooh, I like that data point. That's tweet worthy. Props, Uber Kicks. Quietly, that's right. Quietly the third highest close in 18 months. Look at that. No shit, huh? Yeah. Oh, I like that. Wow. Cool. Oh, let's back it out a little bit then. Do we get a little bit of yeah, interesting. Okay, just a touch of support, just a touch. Yeah, not even worth mentioning, but interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Appreciate that. Sick. Okay, cool. But you know what I mean? That's why this is bullish. This is nothing's happening, but this is bullish. This is moving in the right direction, you know? And that's the thing. So nothing can be happening, but if the ongoing price action is supporting the move, it's like a continuation move. That's sick. That's sick. If you're long, if you're short, ooh. Okay, Jay, not so sure. Stock could dive 20% if they announce agreement on board. Senior advisor role. Yeah. So, okay, Jay. I guess Jay's probably disagreeing with Daly. Sure. That's interesting to contemplate. Yeah, it could. At the current price point, what's the market cap again? Just under 664. It's always possible, and especially, I mean, you're talking a one-day move. Like, forget about it, right? I mean, if you're trying to predict the one-day move on earnings, it already looked kind of silly. You know what I mean? When was it? Remember, it's still right here, right? I mean, you say, oh yeah, it's gonna sell off after earnings. You would have been right, and then you would have been wrong. You know what I mean? So the one-day moves, those are extra difficult to forecast. But I'm thinking if you're looking out like a month or something, which I am, I think it would be bullish. But it's a good question. It's gonna be fun to discuss those short-term moves, right? Because none of us know. What the hell do we know? Okay, Manchild, what up, Manchild? Oh yeah, I think you had posted on StockTwit something. I think I had seen that. I was laughing at that. Insurance detective, insurance is in. Insurance detective is here. President Simon Joe, what's up, Simon? Welcome. Dale. Honestly, I'm only here for the different hat bandana every day. Oh, that's a new one. So Dale's only here for that. Only joking, of course. Yeah, that's a good joke. I like that. All right. Well, I hope this is worthy today. I hope that's worthy today. I got a little bit of matching action. Oh, I didn't notice that. That kind of looks like Tiger Woods, the red and the black, right? Oh, this might even... No, he's not Puma. Oh, he's Nike. But he does red and black, right? On his last days? Okay, Hugo, Dale Profits. In different kinds of beer, too. Yeah, that's right. The beer, we can try to formalize that. What kind of beer we're doing on the day of the week, for sure. Okay, Polygon. The worst case with the current price... The worst case with Cohen is a buyout at or under current price. Oh, that's... Oh, or him walking. I think him walking might be... Probably worse, I would think. But indeed, a buyout at the current price, forget about it, right? You would hope that that couldn't happen, but it's possible. Take under. Or leaving. Oh, Polygon said that. Or leaving. Yeah. Dale, oh yeah. Oh, look at this. I'm going to get caught up right off the bat. That was it. So I was like, we might do some research today. If you weren't hoping for that, I apologize. But it's only 7:15. I'm almost caught up. You see those quiet days, I'm like, all right, we might be able to do some research. Leaving. Oh yeah, can't forget the drinks. Yeah. Kerbal Space Program. Oh, is that what it is? Kerbal Space Program? Oh, my bad, Polygon. What are you saying? KSP Realism Overhaul? All right, let me see. Okay, I'll look into that. Oh, okay. Sick. Okay. Okay, Jay. White Rock Capital appears to be long GameStop. How much assets under management do they have? What are odds they have taken a 5% stake? White Rock Capital. Who's that? Is that, what's his name? What? White Rock Capital. Oh, sorry. I should be, what am I doing? I didn't see any. There's no filing, right? Oh, sorry. Maybe I should keep scrolling to see. Maybe you clarify. I haven't seen anything about White Rock Capital. All right, you do clarify. I'll keep scrolling. I located an assets under management, 100 million for them. Source, yeah. Where's the source at? Didn't they file showing a $32 million position? They put 32. Uber Kicks. White Rock Capital Management is based out of Dallas. White Rock Capital is a hedge fund. Where's this coming from? That's from February 2020? Okay. Hey, Jay, what'd you talk about? What'd you talk about, Jay? RK, Barton owns White Sox. I just looked that up. I didn't see him on there. Oh, I thought it was Barton. Okay. Because we just looked, Jay, I don't know if we just looked that up. Oh, maybe I didn't do it on the stream, but I looked him up. I was gonna say that name. I thought that was Barton, but I must have just. Do I have the right? Oh, sorry. Let me just pull it over here. Is this the right one? I didn't just see him right there. It's the right one. I could have sworn he was prominently displayed, but now I'm not seeing him. Senior team, he's not listed there. Is it there? It's not the new. Thank you. Yeah, okay. I just copied and pasted. Yeah, it's the one in Texas. It's the one in Dallas. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say the name sounds familiar. What the hell? Anyway, where are we going with this? where are we going with this? Why does it appear as though they bought? What's going on here? He has to be long. Okay, all right. With all the tweets, okay. We've seen the tweet. Thank you for sharing, Jay. We've seen the tweets. We've discussed it. So what are the odds he could take a 5% stake? I have no idea. There are many people talking about GameStop and tweeting about it. And granted, he's one that appears to be have a what are their current holdings? Yeah, I don't know, Jay. I would look into that. Let's look it up. Is it posted? Well, give me a position. Let me see. I'll look it up. We'll look at the phone. I do like to do that. We'll do that. White Rock. Is it Capital Management? No, that's not it, is it? That's not it, right? That's the New York one. Oh, no, this is it. All right, yeah, I'll check out the holdings. Let's see. All right, there are none. So that's because they're only filing the 13Ds, 13Gs. All right, yeah, I don't see anything there. Jay, if you could see something different. I mean, I am curious about this, but I looked into it. I saw he was tweeting about it, but that's it. Where else do you go with that? That's it. I don't even see the benefit of speculating about that. It's interesting he's tweeting about it, but again, lots of people tweeting about it, lots of people talking about it, but that's it. Yeah, I assume there's lots of people who might fall under that 5% threshold that might have a position, and I have no reason to necessarily think that White Rock Capital taking a position is. I mean, if it were more than 5% position, that's notable, right? But yeah. But we don't have any funds, right? That's you have me thinking. I'm like, wait a second, did I miss something come through? Usually people, I mentioned this. Usually people are good about tweet about it. I can come across it that way too if I miss it. But yeah, no, if you have thoughts, Jay, I'm listening. But I suppose that's the extent of it. I see someone tweeting about stuff. I look into the firm, and just to see what they're about, what their background is, what their expertise might be. But beyond that, I'm not. It's like marginal returns, the research that you might do. And it's like the 80-20. All right, let me just do. I can probably get 80% of how much I need just on a quick check. But beyond that, it's almost like it becomes like not worthwhile to keep on researching it. I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure how much more I could get out of that. So, but thanks for tossing that out there. It was good. I don't think I had looked up on Whale Wisdom what the positions might be. On Fintel? Yeah, so Jay's trying. Yeah, if you know their position, you want to toss some of their positions in there. But I think that's the extent of it for doing the due diligence on White Rock Capital. I'd say. All right, did I miss some? Kerbal, source. Okay, White Rock Capital. Realizing that's various disregarded. You check out. Eduardo, did you check out the PS5 pre-order canceled or postponed? The pre-order canceled or postponed to 2020? Oh no, I didn't. Was there news about that? I didn't hear that. Anything confirmed? I remember they had come out and said no, they weren't going to cut it, but I didn't see anything yet. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, right? I may have missed it, but even that would be, I think, as we've discussed, marginal for the longer term, marginal news for the longer term GameStop investor. But if you're a shorter term GameStop investor, definitely something to consider. Okay, so these are all about White Rock, Zayop. Yeah, I don't know, Jay. I don't know Zayop. Oh, I'll pull up a chart though, huh? Oh, we'll pull up a chart. Oh wait, were people talking about Zayop? Oh, you know what? I did see. I actually think I might have seen him tweet about that. Oh, interesting. Back it out. Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of 80-20, all right, it's an interesting chart. That's an interesting chart. Hey, Baron, you on the stream? You want to pitch your case for Zayop? I'm pretty sure he was tweeting about it, right? I think I had seen that. Now that you mentioned the Zayop, but oncology. Oh yeah, oncology probably unrelated to a type of a stock that I would deal in. All right, sick. 7:20. I'm caught up on the chat. Sick. Okay. I do have. I don't know if Trey's here, but I know Hugo is. We'll do the app. I downloaded the app, the GameStop app, so we'll get to that too. But we can't do it without Trey. Trey's been insistent, so if he pops in, we could do it. But I kind of got it queued up here. And so what else was I gonna say? Oh, just so I read through this, and I know lots of people were talking about it, but for someone like me, not much to glean from it. Informational, like something I'm curious about, and I'm someone who's more intimate with a topic, talking about it. I'm gonna listen and just try to see. All right, that's kind of interesting, but not much of a takeaway for me here. The biggest takeaway was the conclusion that he shared, and that there was a very high possibility of a short squeeze or something like that. I think okay, but anything else, I'm like, all right, that's kind of how it works. And I even think it goes beyond this. Like if you were really involved, if you were involved with this type of stuff, like personally, it's like what you do. There's probably more nuances that could be shared, but there wasn't much of a takeaway for me from here. I just think, all right, hi, Sean, but like I read through it and I feel like I understand it a little bit better, perhaps, but I have no takeaway as it pertains to like GME. You know what I mean? I think, all right, I did see that calculation, the adjusted calculation for the float. I thought, sorry, I'm scrolling all over the place. That adjusted float was kind of interesting, closer to 57%. I did like that part. At least they're trying to come up with the calculation just to share. You can disagree with it, right? That's always how this stuff works. And I thought, okay, so they still come up, still one of the top shorter stocks, which shouldn't be much of a surprise. But that's SunPower, huh? That one looks crazy, huh? Whoo! That they are. Ireland GME send emails to pre-orders. Oh, I heard some of that Ireland talk. That they are postponed. That's possible. Now we're getting into the weeds. You know what I mean? I try to avoid getting into the weeds too much. With some stuff is meaningful, right? I don't mean anything in the weeds is like useless or anything like that. But when it comes to like what if there's like rumors about what the GameStops in Ireland are saying about pre-orders or something, then we start going down a hole where I'm like, how much am I gonna gather from this? You know what I mean? Because you can pluck so many different things. But I think I did see some of that stuff, Eduardo, that they're postponed. But we'll see. To 2021, we'll have to see. I'll await news on something like that. That's kind of big. Maybe it's specific to certain stores or something like that. But I would await a formal news release on something like that. Yeah. So what are the odds they take 5? What would that be, Jay? I have no idea. I have no idea. About White Rock Capital. No idea about what the odds of them taking a 5%. I'm not even sure how much of a benefit that would be to figure out. Jay, I'm curious as to why you're so curious about this, if you would share. But again, there's so many people talking about it, I'm not so sure. Just because Barton, it's Barton, right? Is tied to a firm, if that makes it more meaningful comments or something like that, or if they did take 5%. But I'm curious if you'd like to share. Look at Hugo. Look at NNDM. At least you didn't say, what's the other one, Hugo? BBB? Okay, NNDM. Oh, big up day, huh? Hey, can that happen with GameStop? Oh, couple big days, huh? Was it a biotech, Hugo? $34%. There's always, so just a heads up for as some of you might. There's always going to be on any given day. Oh, it's a additive electronics in Israel. Its flagship products is probably Dragonfly Lights Out. That's kind of not just some random biotech. I kind of like that's kind of interesting. There's always, like, any given day, there's always some stock that's like up 80%, 100%, and you're like, oh, I missed it. But it's like there's these small undervalued. I bet this is a small company, right? 68 employees, 132. There's like always something that's moving or something. Like, oh, that's kind of interesting. You'll look into it just to see, and then you think, is it something that's worth tracking over time? But interesting. All right, the market cap. Hey, Hugo, did you share it just because of the chart? Is that all? Is there anything else? Anything else worth checking out? Kind of interesting, huh? A little bit interesting. But yeah, nothing else. If anyone else has any additional comment, I did see some people talking about this, which was good. I saw a lot of people talk about it, which was good. It's good to get some like non of the usual, some atypical GameStop related stuff out there, like I was saying before. But then he's talking about the squeeze stuff. I thought, all right, that's nice that he's included that people talking about that. Was there something else? I don't think so. The short interest stuff, capital rate. That's not the right one. We can leave that there. Okay, sick. Okay, we might be. Sorry, what was the other thing I was gonna? Help steer. Okay, sick. So, damn. Oh, we'll wait for Trey. And then I'll queue up. I got the GameStop app queued up. But other than that, what we can do today, 720, we could check out what the market was doing today, and then what we could do, what I'd like to do is some people have been sharing some tickers over the past couple weeks now. Geez, probably the whole month of September. I've been tossing some down. We can look into a couple of them, like legit research. I've kind of been dragging my feet. As you know, some of you know, I drag my feet on some things. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it hurts me to drag my feet. But other times, there's just so much happening with GameStop this month. So I was just dragging my feet. But I got some tickers queued up that we can look into fundamentally and then do some of the usual analysis that I do. Oh, you know, and I'll be curious. I know it doesn't look like Philly Stakes here, but he was going to check out the spreadsheet video too. So if we're doing some of this research, we'll explore some of the spreadsheets here. Maybe not a lot of folks care about the spreadsheet, but you'll see some of that. But first, let's check what happened. What happened today? Pretty quiet day, right? This stuff all lights up red and green when stuff's moving. Not much was happening today. Kind of overall solar. And then I mean, there was a what'd the market do today? You know what I mean? Because they had the first debate yesterday. I'm sure some folks were tuning into that. Oh, it ended up, huh? It looked like it was like up last night, then down last night. Those are the times that I might watch futures to just see how futures are reacting to certain things. It was like down, and then it was up, and then it was down. It was down this morning, now it's up. So it ended up. Interesting. Okay, that's it. Just more curiosity than research, you know. But overall, kind of a quiet day. Home builders still crushing it. Okay, what did the Rowan Kitty portfolio do today? Sometimes I don't get a chance. Oh, Unify. Okay, so Unify's still selling off. Bummer. Oh, that chart's not looking too good. It's not looking great. Okay, I did see they just announced earnings, so I'll look more into those earnings. So it sold off 2 days. All right, let's see what it does. Let's see what Unify does tomorrow. I'll be kind of curious about that. What else? RFP back up. Okay. OMI. Oh man, OMI crushing it. Wow, this thing grew into a 10. See, some of these positions, they're not like you shouldn't see. There's a lot of nuance here. Blah blah blah. I always say that you can't just see a position that's near the top of the list and think, oh, that's definitely a high conviction buy or anything like that. Like OMI has just crushed it. Has been a huge winner, and now it's made its way into the top 10, which is pretty incredible. You know, what is that? It's probably is it a triple? No, I don't know if I captured the whole. I might have been at it on the way up, I think. But you know what I mean? So some of them move up, and I just haven't gotten around to trimming them. You know what I mean? Wow. Was there news? A stock. Sometimes stock offerings can be bullish. You know what I mean? Especially it can happen for like biotech companies too. Wow. So it was up today on a stock offering. You know what I mean? It was a deep value play. So now here's another reason a stock offering. So I talk about biotech because it's like, all right, now maybe they can complete the phases, the tests that they need to do. But for a deep value stock, you know what I mean? Like let's say, because some people, I don't think GameStop is going to be issuing shares anytime soon. Some people have speculated this just to tie everything back to GameStop. You know what I mean? But if they did, it can be bullish because people think, all right, now they have a runway. Now they'll have the cash to complete whatever the hell it is they want to do. Some people talk about if GameStop were actually going to turn around in a big way with Ryan Cohen directing stuff, even if he's not directing stuff, whatever. But if they were serious about completely reinventing themselves, it's going to take a lot of cash. And I do expect them to generate, they have quite a bit of cash on the books, and they're going to generate some cash, some free cash flow looking out 18 months. But it could be that they want even more. So then if they issue shares, it could be dilutive, potentially, depending at what price point it is. But then it could also be people like reassessing and being like, oh, wow, GameStop's really going after it. You know what I mean? That's kind of a bad example because I don't think that's likely. But it could be the case in OMI, which was a deep value play. And as far as I remember, and then now they're going to have an extra 150 million to see kind of through their vision. And I remember they had a lot of operating leverage, a lot of revenues on the books. So now it's probably like it's no longer priced for bankruptcy. You know what I mean? Oh, more comments. William's here. What value would that be? Okay, Alex. All the long stockholders, if a short squeeze is highly probable, it would make sense for them to let this drag out. They make money off the interest and can still profit off the squeeze. You mean the shorts? Yeah, maybe. William invests. Rough day. But Kitty Nation makes it better. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, William. Sorry you had a rough day, but I'm glad to hear the Kitty Nation makes it better. Jen, Eeyore said on his Twitter that GME share price would be more likely determined by what the longs are doing. So I agree with that, Jen. I agree with that. So That's one thing that I don't think enough people, when people talk about squeeze this, squeeze that, squeeze this, squeeze that, but it's like, you need some buyers. You need buyers to cause the squeeze. If no one's buying, like, who cares? You know what I mean? It's not like the shortage is going to cover for no reason. There needs to be a reason for people to buy. That's the thing. You see the volume, you see the big moves up in GameStop stock price, but then the volume comes right back down. You need a reason for a whole bunch of people to pile in. That's what I've been saying for a big short squeeze anyway. People need to be taken by surprise of something, maybe a collection of things. You know what I mean? That's why when I was talking about, I was looking toward earnings to be like, they could drop a whole bunch of potential news that could catch a lot of people by surprise. It didn't happen. That's not to say it was a bad release. Remember, we did the analysis during the live stream, but the market, it wasn't short squeeze worthy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, everyone pile in. But like, you kind of need something like that to happen. You have a lot of things going in GameStop's favor. Like I said, the chart, the fundamentals are unfolding. We're getting toward, like, closer to free cash flow, closer to the consoles. I think we're getting closer to, like, console talk. Pre-orders help kick things off. We're getting closer to, like, console talk where it's, like, front of mind for everybody. Like here they come. It's October. It's November. And I think, like, sentiment could pick up around that point. But other than that, you need some news. You need something to really kick things off. So I agree with you, Jen, and Eeyore. Well, you're quoting Eeyore there. That it's going to be dictated by the longs. There needs to be a reason for longs to get involved, and it hasn't appeared that that's the case just yet. And like I said before too, I don't see crazy bullish sentiment. I mean, if you did, it wouldn't really sold off and then kind of settle down these low volume days. That's not really very squeezy to me. Like, usually there won't be a question. There won't be a question if it's like true squeeze level. And to get something like that, I think you need to attract buyers for one reason or another, and it's anyone's guess as to whether or not that happens when we get it. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe there's no news until quarterly earnings in December. You know what I mean? Be prepared for that. I think a lot of people may be looking for. I mean, I'm looking for 13D filings too. I kind of want an explanation for the volume in the increased short interest. I'm like, what's going on? It's like it's above me. I don't know. And I'm trying to understand that. I'm having a hard time. And but as far as fundamental news goes, remember, I feel as though the fundamentals are turning in favor of GameStop. So then it's just a patience. You know what I mean? This stuff just takes time. But it could be that we get no news until December, in which case I agree that the share price, will be dictated by those longs. Now I'm kind of tying it into a squeeze, but to Jen's point, it could be the longs just buying in sub 10 at this point. You know what I mean? Like, we've been kind of hovering above 10. They can kind of support the price. And some people were talking about this, how Ryan Cohen's latest 13D has kind of provided a foundation for GameStop, and that he's a buyer up to the mid 8s. A lot of folks are talking about that. And that could be the case. And so now we're just going to hover around this area where it gets below 8, below 9. People think, well, Ryan Cohen was buying at 8, so maybe they buy. But you don't get crazy buy. So it could just do nothing for a while. You know what I mean? Just something to factor into your models. Maybe you think that's unlikely. That's cool too. But you definitely need more news for people to or you just get close. I just keep thinking you just get closer to December. Closer to the consoles, closer to an earnings readout following the consoles. You know what I mean? Just the passage of time. But good point, Jen. Thanks for sharing that. Hugo, Ryan Kitty, did you see the news about BYDDF? No, I did not, Hugo. Oh boy, did I miss anything? Was it real big news or something? Hugo's been talking about. Oh, Hugo. Oh, Hugo's never gonna let me live this down. Oh, Hugo. Oh no. Oh, I need a drink. What's the news? Oh, geez, Hugo. Hugo's been talking about this shit for weeks, and I go, not really my type. Oh, I'm afraid to scroll down now, Hugo. Oh, boy. Where did I get? Let me get the chart. Now I gotta just 15%. Is that it? Because did you talk about? What's this? Oh, boy. Said orders. Chairman Warren Buffett vehicle. Wait, Chairman. Backed. Okay, I like that phrasing, huh? All right, okay. It's a big company too, so it was a big move. Props, Hugo. Props. It's a big. See, even with the big companies, you can have a sizable move. It's not necessarily as common, but wow, that's a big move. Oh boy. Still, I mean, it's not really my type, but Hugo has a type. He's talking about like 2 stocks. Look at that, huh? Oh shit, Hugo. Well, it's been probably. I mean, it could be 30-40% move since you're talking about it. Oh boy. William Invest Dallas from Twitter here, by the way. Oh, yeah. Welcome, William. Welcome. Point is that he only talks about two. Okay, Jay. Jay's talking about his point with Barb. Point is that he only talks about two stocks. They appeared to have put 33 million into a single stock. A similar position in GME would put them over 5% or close to 5%, right? Given his comments, wouldn't it be unlikely for them to lend out shares? Potentially. I don't know. Maybe they make a whole bunch of money. Jay, and they appear to have put 33 million, would put them over 5%. Yeah, it could put them over 5%. But you know what I mean? Like, what's the takeaway there, Jay? You know what I mean? I don't know what the takeaway is. And how much does that change the thesis? I guess that's more my question. Indeed, but lots of people are talking about it. That's the thing. But, okay, let me keep scrolling. William added, it's extremely undervalued, essentially. Who's talking about Snapchat? It's one of those, one of the top social media apps. So, okay, William likes Snap. I always like to just, you can quickly pull up the chart just to get just a quick feel for something. Oh, it's not a bad looking chart, huh? Interesting. Non-GME stock of the day. Yeah, I know some people. I've heard split opinions on Snapchat. You know what I mean? If anyone here is a user of it or has thoughts about it, I'd be curious. But I've heard split opinions on it. Not so much the stock. I don't have any opinion on the stock, but just the app. Where it's maybe, some people love it, some people don't. Or, you know what I mean? That they use other apps in lieu of it. No opinion on the stock wave. Only reason open. Okay. Alex, if he's long, GameStop isn't illegal, then to tweet about the squeeze. Oh, I doubt it, Alex. But I don't know. I'm not sure. For Barton, you mean? Yeah. I don't know. William, it's still above $10. Haven't been able to renew. Oh, it's still popping a beer. Okay. William's popping his beer. Oh, yeah. Funko. Let me pop in Funko. I know William has said that one, too. That's one that's on my list that I was going to get to. Oh, that chart looks kind of interesting. That looks interesting. This is it? Funko? William, I think you were the one who's been mentioning this one. And I saw a turtle. Do you see Turtle Beach? That one's been hanging around, huh? That was another borderline pure play. You know what I mean? You talk about pure play on the consoles. This one's pretty close. Wow, that was up big. I missed this. I never had this. I guess that was a mistake. I could have sworn I looked at the fundamentals and I didn't think, wow, look at this, huh? I saw those swings. Boy, seeing that swing, that seems like that should have been a play, huh? I kind of want to type that in. I could have sworn I looked at this and I didn't think that it was particularly cheap. Oh yeah, I should look up Funko too. I'll look up Funko. That's the less of GameStop's business. I'm less confident about that part as far as how much. I mean, if it can drive traffic to your store, it can be beneficial. Where am I going here? I wanted to keep these ones up there. Unify. I don't know if I have the updated data. Okay, let me type it in there. Funko. Boom. Okay. Okay, Pablo Bear, Funko, recommended weeks back, but I keep reading legal issues about them. Any thoughts? No thoughts yet, William, but I'll pop at least the fundamentals. GameStop RSI has really cooled off nicely on the daily. See, Uber likes this. Uber's saying he likes this. It's cooled off nicely. This feeds into the likelihood of a squeeze stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like, things usually doesn't lighten up this much, but boom, boom. Yeah, like it's coming back down, and it's like taking a breather, and that's the thing. The good thing is like it's settling down, and it's holding its level. That's what I'm picking up right now. But see, Uber's like has really cooled off nicely on the daily. See how you specify the daily too. And if you check out the weekly, it's looking great on the weekly. So I always care more about the weekly, right? Because I'm a relatively longer term investor compared to some folks out there. I care about that trend. I care about that like 3 to 6 month trend. Where are we headed? And so that the weekly can be like an indication of like what that backdrop is. What's the backdrop? The backdrop right here is like it's bullish. You know what I mean? It's all bullish and. That's why it's all else equal. I prefer to be long in this situation than short. But then on the daily, so what I do, and clearly Uber looks too. I like looking at the weekly for like those longer term trends, like I just said. But if you're looking to add and trim a position, that's why I'll pull up the daily. I'm like, all right, maybe sometimes it can be hard for me as a value investor to buy around this time. I'll be like, I can't. I need this thing to settle down a little bit before I can, and then I try to wait for a pullback. Not so much to 50. This isn't a science, right? That's not the point. In fact, if you did, you would see it would have been. See, some stocks are really tough to trade like this because they're so damn volatile. It's tough. That's what I was saying. It's like I feel if you're a trader in the stock, maybe it's either a really good stock to be trading or it could be tough. I don't know. But like, and then I might add to a position or buy into a position on the pullback, and then it gets a little bit overbought again, and then I'm like, all right, let me just wait. And now it's starting to come back, but not that much. See, it's like kind of holding up. It hasn't even pulled back all that much. But that's when I'll be like, and then I'll just wait. You know what I mean? But that's my style. Your style might be I mean, this isn't really a day trading stream, so I don't know how much advice I can give you, how much help I am, how educational that is. But at least for my style, and then maybe that's my thing. Like I share my style. You might say, all right, that's cool, that's interesting, but maybe you glean certain aspects for your own approach. Be like, this suits me better. This style suits me better. Maybe I do prefer blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And, you know what I haven't pulled up? You know, Uber's got me thinking, let's pop up the monthly. You know what I mean? That monthly was looking sick. It wasn't looking sick, excuse me. It was starting to turn around. You know what I mean? Like, it has upward potential on the monthly. It was like... And this looks a tad. You don't glean much from the bullish, except the chart. Like this gap up, this shit. Oh yeah, today's month end. Oh, we could be doing. So when I was thinking about different streams and people, thank you everybody for sharing your feedback on like different streams we could have with different things we could do. One of the streams that I've been forgetting to mention is that like at month end, I think weekend would be like every week would be too tough. I don't think I could do weekly reviews of charts or something, but maybe monthly reviews of charts or bi-weekly or something. So there's a stream dedicated to just like looking at charts, right? Not so much crazy technical analysis, but I find looking at a whole bunch of charts for a whole bunch of companies that I'm following, for industries and sectors I might be interested in, or the broad market to just take the pulse of certain things. It can be helpful on an ongoing basis. I'm trying to do that more frequently. That's a bit of a change I want to make, to just be more cognizant of what's going on around you. And I've been thinking like monthly. So like at month end, like a day like today, we could just go through some charts and stuff. Anyway, now I'm not going to do it today. But look at this. So the chart looks good in the monthly, right? The big breakout, right? Let's do that. Let's just do a box. You know what's coming. Just a quick box. That's all. Nothing crazy. But as the books say, it's more meaningful on those longer term charts, like a monthly chart. That's super. I mean, I think sometimes you can see like quarterly charts and like an annual chart. Sometimes you use it, but then you're really long term thinker if you're doing that stuff. But look, now this chart looks terrific on the monthly, right? And then the RSA is starting to pick up. And then, I mean, if when it starts getting overbought on the monthly, well then, now sentiment has changed, you know what I mean? Then, all right, then you can start to say, all right, sentiment is clearly bullish. There's no doubt about it. And we're kind of once that monthly's overbought, kind of a lot of people are on board with that. And we're barely above 50 right now. I'm not looking at this every day, the monthly, but it's something I was looking at, like back here. 2020, but then that interrupted a lot of charts. But so anyway, just tagging along what Uber was saying there. I've been looking at that stuff too. Today was it the stim package rumors? Yeah. Today was up because of stimulus package rumors. I think there's been a lot of speculation on that this week. A lot of people talking about it, but I suppose if it came out, it could be a tad bullish on the show. What's the market doing? S&P, I mean. Kind of just sticking around there too. So kind of, it's the market's not doing much too. Out of curiosity. Okay, what debate? Oh, there was a presidential debate, a U.S. presidential debate last night. Okay, and Williams talking about Snapchat. Okay, talking about why is the only reason it opened in closed screen today. Oh, the market. Only reason it opened in closed screen. Oh, because of the stimulus package rumors. Okay. Oh, thanks for sharing. I didn't see any headlines. Usually I just track headlines for something like that. Why is the market up? Why is it down? But that's kind of the extent of the research. Like I said, most of our broad market research might just be checking out the charts, and it's like some of these things over here and these couple columns over here. I'll check like, Dad, I'm not looking at that too frequently. Like, how many columns I got? 6 or something like that. Just something I put together. You probably build your own if you're trying to. And then you'll see the types of things you look at. But like I said, and then what I can do here is if I go up to right here, and I pull this up, now I have all these things. This is what I would do on that. I have all these, what are these? Indices? And I can just scroll through. And I can scroll through and I can see the charts of all of them. I had to do it. There's a lot of busy work to get this queued up. And I haven't even been doing it much during the stream, you know what I mean? But it's ready to go once I get around to this. And then you can kind of see what the markets are doing relatively. So when you see things like, some of you may already know this, but when you're comparing like, this is a German index to the S&P 500, you just do this colon. It's like relatively how things are performing. That's why you can do one with just as a comparison, since GME to IWM, that's the Russell 2000, so you can kind of see even GME's. I mean, the chart looks very similar to what GameStop's doing, right? But actually, I'd be curious. Now I'm curious myself. I haven't been looking at like the weekly charts of this type of stuff. It's overbought. Okay, William, quiet day. Market Jones, so you should have heard of some of my sales. William sent in a whole bunch. Okay, now I think when people start talking, I think that's when it hops up. Okay, do we remain bullish? William, do we remain bullish if there's a stock crash related to crash? Hey, yeah, that's the thing. If the whole market sells off, sometimes it can be hard to, like, deep value stocks tend to follow with that too. So a whole market crashes, yeah, that's that could bring down GameStop too. You know what I mean? That's something that needs to be factored into models. Not my base case necessarily, but something that as a deep value investor, you got to be. That's why I try to look at these things. I'm trying to look at them more and more because I want to have a backdrop. Like, are we in an okay market right now, or does it seem like it's deteriorating? I'm trying to pick up. So most times there's nothing to like take away when I'm looking at stuff. I'm kind of looking for more extremes or a breakdown somewhere. But yeah, if the whole market sold off, GameStop would likely too. I mean, unless like I've been kind of joking. I mean, I'm not joking. This is a small part. Like, couldn't GameStop kind of be viewed as a little bit of a safe haven come October, November, December, as like all these cash on the books? A well-defined catalyst that a lot of people know about and is front of mind because a lot of people are going to be talking about those consoles. And it seems kind of silly. I get that. But as the price rises and the balance sheet strengthens, it becomes less and less of a risky, scary stock. A little bit less, you know what I mean? But it could just something to think about. I don't know if it could survive a major downturn in the market, but just something I was thinking about it. Just because we're getting closer. Like if it was 6 months ago, it didn't even matter. GameStop got its ass kicked too, just like everything else, because its catalyst was so far away. So anyway. Okay, Hugo. ARK investors just bought as many shares of NNDM, but their product, 10% electronic, and now they do worth more than 50. All right, I'll write down NNDM. I'm kind of interested. Why am I writing down NNDM? Because do I still have it up? Wow, the chart looked okay, and the market cap kind of looked okay. I'll jot it down, but I'm going to jot it down, Hugo, on one of those one. I mean, now you got that BB. What is it? What is the name of this? You got BYD to rub in my face. To be dragging my feet on to look at it, but I'm going to jot it down. It's just something I'm not sure it's up my wheelhouse, but it could be. If you got some fundamental metric that will get my attention, what'd you say it was? NNDM. Okay. Election. Why would it be illegal to talk about a squeeze? Right. Yeah, I don't think it would be. Jay. Buyers or share recall. Yep. Buyers or share recall. Are we getting closer to a Roaring Kitty headband? Oh yeah. The merchandise. I did take that note down. I haven't got around to it yet. That's something I'll drag my feet on. But that'd be headband. That could be the first one. I didn't think about that. I was thinking about like all right. When did I write that? Who was it? Dale just said that. Tune in for the headband and the hats and stuff. Yeah, that's funny. Polygon, I have no more liquidity to buy GME. Alex talking about what he's doing with it. Squeeze won't happen until they're forced. Oh yeah, talking about the volume. Yeah, and there's got to be a reason for them. There's got to be a reason for them to close, or reason for people to buy into it. It just needs to happen. To what Jen was saying earlier, I think I just got kicked from the chat for saying that. You did? Not by me, Jen. What'd you even say? All I saw what you say was yep. Weird. It's not Nicola. Nicola and Barton says he's an experienced short seller. I did see that he's an experienced short seller. I was looking. That was some of the stuff I looked into. The takeaway is in context of your comments. It is about what longs do. Yeah, but I don't even know. Jay, I don't even know that he's long. That's what I mean. I don't even know that Barton's long. Is he long GME? It may be. But even if he is, there's a lot of people long GME. You know what I mean? So there needs to be a reason for me to be thinking about that too much. You know what I mean, Jay? There could be lots of people who could be long GameStop. And yeah, I guess he's vocal. I guess Jay's point is that Barton's vocal. But that's kind of the extent of it. That's kind of like the research I'll do. All right, he's talking about it. He seems to be an experienced short seller. And I was looking into it first. I was like liking some of his comments because I'm like, I want to like come back to this because there's probably there's tons of folks out there who are more experienced than me on this type of thing. So if they seem a little bit more experienced, I kind of dig in deeper. But that he's saying that, I guess you're saying that maybe Eeyore's or his article substantiates some of the things that Barton was saying. Sure. But I have no idea about the likelihood of a squeeze or anything like that. That's it. And yeah. Uber kick. Oh, geez. Okay, now Uber. Okay, to takeaways. Just what about? Okay, chat. Okay, Uber. Now Uber is saying the chat is not displaying for me. I'll be back at my computer in a bit and catch up. Oh shit! I wonder if something's going on with the chat. I don't think I did anything different today. So thanks for letting me know. Chat disappearing, and Jen thought she got booted. Weird, huh? You ever seen that happen before? I don't know. Okay, Steven. Steven from Cheers from London, Kitty. All right, London in the house. Sick. It's officially my birthday here now. It's past midnight. Seeing it and watching a live stream about stocks. A very 2020 moment for Mary, I'm sure. Happy birthday, Steven. Cheers to Steven, everybody. Oh, that's sick. Happy birthday. Oh, that's right, London. So after midnight there, so we got 5 hours ahead. Sick. Happy birthday, dude. All right, that might be a first. We're celebrating a birthday on the Roaring Kitty stream. That's sick. Could have I don't have a cake or anything for you, Steven. I don't got anything to celebrate. Yeah, we dig a this will be the kid, huh? Ooh, oh shit. Still got a little bit. Oh shit. Happy birthday, Steven. That's sick. Jay, White Rock could make their comments come true. Goes right back to how you started the video. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't think a single vocal person can cause something like that. I don't. Jay's talking about how Barton. Yeah, but what I don't know what to say about it. I just have nothing to share. I have nothing to share on it. But I appreciate you sharing your thoughts here, Jay. I do. I just like looking into it as to whether the likelihood that he took 5% more. Regardless if he has 5%, he still seems like he had been vocal about it. So I've been tracking those tweets for sure. But like the analysis to try to uncover what their positioning might be, I don't know. First of all, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. Number one, number two, even if I uncovered it, I don't know what the takeaway would be. You know, like for like analysis type stuff, what does it mean? I always say that like there's lots of things we talk about on the stream. There's lots of different ways, lots of different paths you go down. This is why I'm even happy when people are sharing thoughts like I didn't think about something before. Or even sometimes if it's a marginal analysis type thing, I'm curious. I'm listening because maybe, like for example, and I've been saying this has come up a number of times in the stream, Jay. If you haven't seen, like some people will say, what about this? What are your thoughts on this? How about that? And this is a case where I'm like right now, I don't read too much into it all because I don't know. But we may look back on a comment like this. We may look back on a data point or something that at the time I'm like, nah, I wouldn't look too much into it. It's kind of like how I feel about like the threshold list right now. I'm paying attention. Like, Uber saying it's going to come out late. Oh, that's 5 minutes away. But like, it has been on the threshold list before, and like nothing really comes of it. And same thing, that uptick rule. People were talking up the uptick rule. And I'm like, all right, it's notable. I'm curious about it. But at some of these times, if something hasn't transpired as a result of it in the past, like I kind of discount it as time passes. But it's definitely possible. There's definitely been a lot of what could be really valuable insights shared on the stream that I discounted, but it may be that it was really meaningful and I didn't appreciate it in real time. So that's not uncommon for me to say this, and you're seeing me learn in real time as well. Okay, it's illegal to manipulate price of stock. Okay, talking short squeeze, how it pertains there. Okay, Hugo, BYDDF now worth almost 16. So yeah, but the analyst raised the price target. Oh, raised the price target. Okay, Hugo, thanks for sharing. Raised it to 26. And said that they're way more better than NIO and XP&G. I've seen NIO, the EV, the NEV. Okay, yeah. All right, thanks for sharing that, Hugo. Thank you. A little bit of background on it before I take a peek at it. The analyst raise. Okay. Funko Bob's here on my watch list. Oh yeah, William. I think you mentioned both those before, Funko and Turtle Beach. I think you were the one who mentioned Turtle Beach. I've tracked Turtle Beach in the past, but I don't understand why. Honestly, now I'm like confused. Oh, did I type it in? Did I pop it in the fundamentals? Like I'm kind of confused why I didn't take a position in Turtle Beach. It must have been. It didn't look particularly cheap. It had to be because, or maybe I felt the overweighted GameStop position was more than enough. That can be it too. Like you can diversify. Well, most folks know that. You can diversify a play across a couple of names. Oh, damn. It made $2.75 last year. Yep, I have no excuse. Missed opportunity. Shoot. Wasn't it just trading like something really low? Shit. I don't even have a good... It should have been on my watch list. That's my mistake. The mistake was, this is why it's so important to tracking. The big part of my process is tracking stuff. I say that over and over again. Just tracking what's going on, tracking stocks individually. Even if you don't take a position, that's the thing. If you take a position, you're more likely to track it and track it more closely. But find a way. That's why, like in my spreadsheet, I got all these different ways I tag stuff and I'm tracking things. Just having it on your watch list. So, and this was a critique I had in my own process. Like I did have a long watch list of stocks that I had. But the longer your watch list, when shit hits the fan like this, like you're ready to go. You're like, you know which stocks you want to buy to get to your price point. Like Turtle Beach here trading below $5. What I'm seeing, when we know there's a console, when we know there's new consoles coming, and we see it trading below or right at what book value. Well, I don't know what book value was 6 months ago, but let's assume it's somewhat close. And so this is what would stand. This is what would stand out to me. Oh, now I'm a little bit annoyed. It seems like I could have I could have played this, but there was so many there's so many things I wish I did better in March, but I forgive myself. Like I did some of the right things, right? But like I could have done things a little bit better. But like there were so many things moving. A lot of people. This is the case for a lot of people. I was like, all right, learning opportunity. Maybe I would have done this different, done that different. Like that, it's fine. But I'm like, because I was so dialed into to GameStop, it seems like I could have. There's a justification for adding Turtle based on that in what I'm seeing right here. And that it's not an over-leveraged company by any means. In fact, it looks like they've been paying down debt. They had, what's revenues per share? $18. And so it's trading at 4. But then I see a pretty solid balance sheet, and I do see a history of not a long history. That's probably why I didn't see all these. Like, it's been burnt. It's kind of been burning cash, and it wasn't very profitable before 2018. But sometimes I overlook something like I'll overlook that. Like it probably couldn't be a huge position in my portfolio because of that. But like when I see this, I'd have to look into if this is. Do I got this up and running? Oh, I don't have it up and running. This 275 right here. This is oh, that's earnings. 275 right there. Do I have my thing up and running? I don't know. I guess I don't know my highlighter up and running. But I see 275 in earnings last year through the 12 months ending June 30th. I think, shit, 230 on a $4 share price. Then as long as it doesn't go bankrupt, you know what I mean? Then you probably get a solid return. That's how this stuff works. It's real ugly and hairy and nasty, and it can be difficult to pull the trigger on that. But if it's in the context of a broader portfolio, it could be a wonderful play for something like that. You know what I mean? Like it kind of looks like it was cheap enough as it was. I see almost $2. Simple. This is simple free cash flow right here. Here's the definition. This column, just operating cash flow less capex. Real basic stuff. Just a simple calculation. And I see almost $2. That's kind of cheap. And remember, it was trading at $4. You know what I mean? That's like crazy cheap. So that's one thing I like to look at, like peak 3-year average earnings or peak 3-year average free cash flow. That's what I was doing in my latest GameStop video. I was looking at, I have it up. I was looking at like GameStop's free cash flow, using the simple free cash flow approximation of like what their free cash flow was in the first 3 years of the previous console cycle. Yes, things have changed. I get all that. But even still, it was something ridiculous. Do I have it here? Using the current, let me scroll down. Right. So what is it? I think I said 2014, 2015. Yeah, so I think these 3 years for ending 2016, it was like $5.50. If you take simple free cash flow for those rolling 12-month periods, the rolling 12-month period, I know that's not precisely when the consoles came out. That's not the point. The point is just that it had over $5 per share in free cash flow per year. And GameStop was trading at $4. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, you just need GameStop to just keep it together, you know what I mean? And they can just generate a fraction of that free cash flow combined with the cash that was on the books and everything. Like it was just a no-brainer. You'd have to think that GameStop, no one was going to shop at GameStop. That's this console review. You really had to think that. It was the only justification for where that price was trading. So anyway, I to tie everything back to GameStop, that's the type of thing I'll look at. What was peak 3-year average earnings? 3 years, 5 years? It's a little bit subjective. It depends on the situation. But that's what I would do for Turtle Beach. And if I saw that, it's not. I'd like to see it continue. I'd like to see a number of years of that, right? So this would just be one. This could have been a fluke. If you just see like one string, 1 3-year period, like I think it could have just been a fluke. You know what I mean? With GameStop, it was pretty continual. So I probably wouldn't have been in a gigantic position, but geez, it was trading so cheap. Maybe and you have the console catalyst too. I think that was an oversight by me. I know it wasn't in my watch list, which was part of my issue. No! What am I doing? I missed opportunity. I got a list of missed opportunities. I got so many of them. This list should be way longer, but I just started out of this recently. I started realizing how many I've missed. Interesting. I don't know how cheap it. Well, anyway, I kind of went on a tear there. William was talking about that. I don't know how cheap it is now, though. Now it's not really my type of play for what that's worth. Now it's I like the scary cheap stuff. You know what I mean? The stuff where I'm really confused, how cheap it is. Now it would be tougher to get that. I mean, it could still like double or something. I have no strong opinion, but you know what I mean. Like if it generates $3 in earnings this year or next year, it probably could rise. But I would want something more. I would want something more than a double or a triple, you know what I mean? And now I'm just less sure. That's why it's the benefit of being a value investor, you know what I mean? It makes the decision so much easier. That's why. So other people have different strategies. I'm like, it seems so tough to me. But for me, I'm like, you'll see me in some of my videos. I'm like, yeah, it's roughly in the ballpark because I don't do the precise stuff. I can't. And so I just like when it's obvious. But a lot of stuff was obvious back then, right? That's why it's not that big of a miss with Turtle Beach. And it wasn't cheap for that long. You know what I mean? What is this? Call it a couple of weeks. Okay, it stayed down there. Okay, Steven, Instagram made Snap less relevant by taking their best features, killed the long-term growth. Okay, so William, heads up. Steven's saying some, I'm glad Steven's here. I was saying if you have opinions on these types of things. I don't have any position in many of them. And but Instagram made Snap less relevant by taking their best features. You know what I mean? It can be, what's the market cap on something like Snap? These can be can be hard to believe because like growth has been crushing it for years. These can be tough industries, right? How some of these things are a click away. Something like this, if they take your features, yeah, 38 billion. Wow. Some of these, if it's not proprietary stuff, in a larger business can just pluck your features. And I mean, you remember a social network where Zuckerberg was like, what is it, build a chair or build a table or something, and they just build a new one. And if they have the captive audience already, that can be tough for your business model. So that's what Steven's saying here is that Instagram snatched up some of their best features, and so that could hurt their business model. Interesting. No opinion. Steven's just sharing what he thinks. William, they make 35% off of every single pop sold to GME. Oh, is that Funko? Okay. Yeah, I can't believe you responded to us, Jay. Oh, did he respond to you? Sick. Oh, did you on Twitter maybe? Or just the fact that he wrote that article, you know? Oh, we got some people chatting. You see, it's popping ahead on me. We got people tuning in. Oh, we got 46. Cheers, everybody. We got 46 folks on a quiet GameStop day, too. This is sick. Right? Not much was even happening today. Great. Okay, William, I won't lie. I missed my employee discount at GameStop. Yeah, William was saying he used to work at a GameStop. Love some Funkos. Coordinate some. Let me express myself. Yeah, lots of folks really like. I had worked with someone who loves some of those pops. It's kind of like it's a hobby for some folks, and people are really passionate about it. It's kind of interesting. There's lots of things that are like that, you know? Okay, some Funkos. I bought shares for $6.50 on 9/10. Crazy. Oh, did you? Now I'm just kind of curious. On September 10th. Oh, then yeah, it's crazy to think about. Oh, I forgot that was the day after earnings. Nice job. Yeah, as it turned out, that was a good. I mean, some of these things you can't know without the benefit of hindsight. But as it turned out, it was a good time to add. You know what I mean? And we did that research the night before. Jen, I don't even know if you were on the stream that night, but like it looked good. That wasn't to say we predicted this bounce back, right? Who the hell knows? We didn't know, but we just read through the press release like, yeah, this looks good. This looks good. And wouldn't you know it? A week later, it was 52-week highs. You know what I mean? It's just pretty crazy. So as it turned out, nice job, Jen, because it can be beneficial to time these things right, and and like for some folks they have a core position, they trade around it. William, get a call-in number. Or for guests, that's not a bad idea. Call-in number. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to be like, oh, you got someone to say, and then pass the mic. You know what I mean? I guess that's more like a podcast type thing, right? Call-in number. Do streams do that? Call-in numbers? Is that a thing? I mean, I know call-in numbers. You know what I mean? Like, there's certainly a stream where people can share their views on stuff. See you next day. Between Funko, other collectibles, and resale items, GME can be the StockX of gaming collecting. They could not only diversify into the PC gaming world, but also into cards, board games, etc. See you next Newsday saying that. Yeah, I agree, see you. I don't know about how. I don't know if there's a good idea to go explore those different models there. You know what I mean? It just depends. I don't have the expertise to have a strong opinion, but I can see where you're going with this. It's like, there's only one store dedicated to gaming, and GameStop can fulfill a lot of needs on that front. Certainly starting with PC gaming, but even collecting and stuff, and there's going to be a vintage market. Like, there's a lot of opportunity here, you know? So I agree with you, CU. I don't think the masses have come around to something like that, but this is what I mean. This is what made GameStop an interesting cigar butt, as I said, right? Interesting cigar butt. It was more like a roach. Like, it could reinvent itself as something like this, as a go-to destination for a lot of folks. So I agree with you. Jay's asking about, I think he's asking, who's he asking? He's asking someone who's commented on that. Jen, kind of the same how Elon tweeted. Yeah, I know, yeah, lots of people, yeah, it's a new world these days with the different tweets and stuff. It's already October. Tomorrow's a big day. White Rock is an owner. It's not even a question. But how big will they go? It's just something to think about. It could be a future 13F filing. All right, thanks for sharing, Jay. William, September 16th. October 3rd is our next telling date from 8 hours of homework today. I don't know these dates. BCG, Kirby Bone, welcome BCG, welcome. Cheers. The biggest factor is GME being on the threshold list. The biggest factor. If the shorts can't deliver on their fees within 13 days, they'll be forced to exit their position. Yeah, share my views. Maybe. It's a good example of one of those things I might look back on and be like, you know, some other folks have said this too, BCG, and I'm like, I discounted it too much. I should have been paying closer attention, but I just don't read too much into it. I've seen some of this stuff in the past, and nothing really came of it. This time could be different. It truly could. But I look at it, and then I move on. That's it. Okay, look. All right, William's talking about October 3rd. That wasn't a factor at all in March, April, May. I'm saying 10-3 might be a margin goal. Okay. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this stuff. We'll see. I know you got the threshold list, the number of days that pass on the threshold list. Then you got usually within 10 days for a 13D, 13G or whatever. We're 10 days out from earnings now, right? So that looked like no one played that, I think. Are we 10 days out? But I'm like the month of September, I'm like, let's see if anything gets filed, if anything happens. Maybe the next week or so too. I'm watching just to see if anything happens. And I reserve the right to change my mind on the importance of a variable or factor because I'm still learning too. Dell Profits, my picks are GME. Okay, David. Well, welcome, David. Cheers. David's sharing his picks. Wait, my data laugh at me, but eyes need to be on. All right, William's all about October 3rd. Okay, let me write that down, William. You're like quadrupling down on October 3rd. Skeptical. But let's see. William, October 3rd. That's all I'm going to write. William, October 3rd. I got it. David, okay, what are my thoughts on Eric and Nokia with the 5G situation? I have not. But I'll note down the tickers and maybe look into what you're talking about. I actually have no idea what you're talking about, David. It's Ericsson, I assume, and Nokia. I don't know what the latest news on that front is, or the 5G. I'm not sure. If you'd like to share, David, feel free. I mean, other folks might be. I mean, feel free to share. I might not dig into it right now, but always context helps because it's so easy. Not that you're doing this, David. But like sometimes people will post tickers and I'll think in my head, oh yeah, that's an interesting ticker. But sometimes when I say like I'll drag my feed, sometimes if I like, oh that was interesting, let me dig into it. It's if I got a whole bunch of tickers, then I'm like, all right, maybe I can try to prioritize things. Happens like October 3rd. Yeah, October 3rd. Happy birthday with a pawn, Steven. Sick. He's getting some birthday wishes. Kitty Nation roars. Well with the bell with it. All right, sick. Oh, David Chair. Both Eric and Nokia are down over $1.00. The markets have been down the last 3 weeks, but they both have earnings coming up October as they both have landed lots of. So you did give feedback. Thank you. Or did give context too. A little bit of background on that. Just kind of recent stuff. Okay. Harsh. So Friday going to close above 10.50 to 10, or will they try to pin it around 10 again? Yeah, it has been sticking around 10. But no, we'll just see. We'll see, Harsh. We'll see. It would be nice to get a 52-week high this week. Not necessary. But that'd be nice. But what's the weekly? It's been doing a good job of, even though it's been marginal highs. You know what I mean? At least on the, yeah, it's been marginal highs, right? Like we haven't got a new high this week. It'd be nice to get a new high and then close above. It'd be nice to close above, well, above 10. I have no opinions. I have no idea. Johan, happy birthday, happy beer day, Steven. All right, William Best. Cheers, William. Good to get some love from Kitty family before I start the actual day tomorrow. Yeah, have a fun day tomorrow. Of course. That'll be sick. With family tomorrow. Yeah. There's F cells, carbon free, emissions free from power plant technology. Cheers, pal. Another pre-order PS5 delivered. Another pre-order PS5 delivered. Oh, welcome, Jose. Welcome back. Another pre-order delivered in 2021. I heard someone else was talking about that too, the pre-order stuff. No real thoughts on it yet. I had to wait official release of something. Oh, Hugo sharing his thoughts on Nokia. There you go. All right. I think Nokia will rise high because they just... I don't even know. I don't have anything to share on this, so I'm just going to bounce in. Okay, Steve is still holding GME since under 4. Maybe I'll be here next year still holding. Maybe... Been here under 4? Since under 4. 6, Steven. That's a sick purchase. All right. Like, it hasn't been under 4 all that long. Really, there were only 2 weeks last week, right? A couple of weeks, I suppose. And then you had a couple of, then March and April, but a lot of stuff was cheap back then, right? In GameStop under 3. I don't think I got any under 3. I think I missed that. But a lot of folks did. Props to them. And then it was just crazy. Steven, it was like this, like July and August was nuts that it was traded. I thought it was nuts. As it turned out, it's looking like it was indeed nuts. We'll know as more time passes it was truly ridiculous. But I thought it was ridiculous that the price fell back under 3 and 4. So Steven, if you did, props to you getting on that tire. You know what I mean? Because now it's sick. Because then you got some quick gains, right? But who knows? Maybe you still hold next year. As the story changes, you always reassess, right? And I know people always talk about like sell targets and stuff. Who the hell knows? I don't know. You have a rough idea as to what fair value might be, but you kind of gotta, it's by feel, like what's happening? Has the fundamentals changed? Has Cohen come on board? Has Cohen talked about, like, is it really Cohen's opinion that they could take out Amazon? Shit, that maybe the upside's more than I realized. Maybe, I didn't factor in 800% e-commerce growth. You know what I mean? Who factored in 800% e-commerce growth? I didn't. So you reassess and be like, you know what? Like I said on the last stream, I think my upward limit on the legacy, my valuation of the legacy business is now higher. It's kind of raised a little bit. I think I undervalued what the legacy business could do with the revitalized omnichannel experience. I think I did. That doesn't mean it's going to get to my higher valuation of the legacy business, but like I'm like, oh shit, you know what? Maybe it's close. It could be up to like $2 billion. You know what I mean? And then plus if they do reinvent themselves and they become like the go-to gaming destination, it's a whole nother animal, right? That's not priced in. That's like it had been assigned a 0% chance, which was not good analysis. That's just not good analysis. Full stop. But now I'm like, this legacy business. So anyway, where am I going? You reassess. So Steven's saying maybe he'll still be holding next year. You know what I mean? What if it's at 20 or 30 and Steven's like, you know what? But now everything that I've learned over the past couple quarters, this looks like it could be $100 stock. You know what I mean? I don't know if we could say that within 12 months, but I don't know. Who knows? So you reassess, or maybe it goes nowhere, and that's why Steven's still, you know, you can't know. As the news comes out, you take it into consideration, reassess, and blah 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 blah. Jose Diaz, stores warn the furthest behind will receive their pre-purchase PlayStation 5. Stores warn the furthest behind. Yeah, I haven't seen anything formally announced. I've heard some rumors, Jose. I've heard this. It's interesting. I'll be awaiting some news on this front. If it turns out that that's the case, that certain things are delayed, I'm not sure it's going to have any impact on my thesis. But notable. All right, maybe things take a little bit longer, or yeah, I don't know. Motley Fools has issued a first-time ever down alert on FSL. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Thanks for sharing, David. I don't know anything about these tickers. So I know other people are reading the chat too. People are tuning in, so they're reading what you're saying, but I don't have anything to add. Thank you for sharing your thoughts in the chat, though. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Man-child, be safe. The minimum threshold to be is 350,000 shares, so it might not cause any type of a squeeze. It accumulates. If there were actually be closeouts, it would have a huge impact. We will actually know in October how many failed to delivers there have been. Yeah. Talking the threshold list again. Uber Kicks. I still believe a mispriced component of the console launch is the physical digital mix. Physical digital mix. The digital voices shout so loudly that it skews the reality that will be around 75-25 anecdotally for PS5. Yeah, I agree. Uber kicks I agree. It doesn't seem to me that some of the future profitability of the legacy business model, which of course is impacted by that physical and digital breakdown, has been priced in yet. I think people are maybe missing it too. But and more importantly, it's not just as Uber. I know Uber knows this. It's not just the physical console itself, but it's whether people are actually buying physical discs. You know what? I meant to post something and I forgot. So it's are people just buying the physical to have the option, but maybe they're not buying the disc, right? I know Uber knows that. I'm just pointing out. But even still, even if it's not 75, even if it's 50, even if it's 40, that's still way, way higher than was being priced in. And this is Uber's point: is like it's not being priced in how relevant GameStop's legacy business is going to be for the foreseeable future. I'm not saying forever, but for the foreseeable future. So I agree with you, Uber. Cheers to that, mate. Cheers to that. And the one thing, the article that I was just thinking in my head is, wasn't there a CNBC? What was it? Game more expensive. Yeah. Oh, this was it. Oh, I got it. Bring it over. This. So there's a whole. What was interesting to me was that they got this. Our video games are about to get more expensive as the console. Oh, what was this? Yesterday? Oh yeah, I must not have seen anyone tweet about it. I don't even know how I came across this. But you have a whole article here about how the video games are going to be more expensive. No mention of GameStop. That is super weird to me. Super weird to me. Not even a mention of the importance that a higher price point of games is going to have on the desire to have resale value. You know what I mean? How do you not mention the? It seems like I don't know. It's not all about GameStop, right? The purpose of this article is different than covering every single thing, right? I get that part. That's not lost to me. But it just surprised me to not even mention the impact on the used games. Because for us, maybe just because we're so dialed into it, like the relevance of used games in this upcoming console is like we're interested in something like that. But for this, I thought it was like a natural takeaway from, games are getting more expensive. Wow, if people, because they talk about affordability of it. But it seems like an important thing to mention. Well, if people are having a harder time affording it, they probably maybe want to trade it back in for. I mean, it's a little tangential, maybe, but even still, I'm like, wow, not even a mention of it. Because for me, that the more expensive games, and people have talked about this on the stream, it's come up. More expensive games, people, it's gonna like increase potentially the demand for physical discs because they want to be able to trade them back in. You know what I mean? That resale value is huge. And for this console cycle right now, so I know it's only, only $10? But still, that's meaningful for a lot of folks out there. So anyway, that was just something that kind of tagging along to what Uber Kicks is talking about. Like, not enough people are talking about the demand for physical discs even today. Okay, Jay. Problem is, brokers can only games to avoid having their own filter being 13 and avoid closeouts. Yep. Gats, welcome back. Welcome back, Gats. Cheers. Yep. Okay. The people talking the threshold listing. Yeah. Man-child. Doesn't make sense to buy digital, and each game will be over 100 gigabytes. So that's part of it too. You know what I mean? So that's it too. Are they buying the physical Uber because they just want that extra space too? Don't you need the physical to have the external storage? Is that true? I think that was part of it too. So there's other reasons to get it, just because, not just physical discs. But like I said, even if it's 50% or 40%, that's way higher than what was being priced in by the market. Because if it's 40 to 50%, that I suspect that a good chunk of those folks are still going to be dealing in physical discs and used games and so forth. And I think that, remember, GameStop only needs to produce a fraction of the free cash flow it generated in the prior console for it to be still undervalued today. And that's the market was mispricing that. But we're at 13 days tomorrow, or the 5 days required to list the part. Okay, target threshold, beginning it was N15. This is definitely going to be something. If this threshold list turns into something, I could look like an idiot. So many folks opining on it and maybe sharing really good information, and it's just I don't know. So I'm gonna have a laugh. If y'all are right. You know what I mean? I would be like, I'm gonna have to go back to these chats and be like, damn, what were they saying? Okay. Oh, I gotta catch up. Oh shit. We were slow moving today, but once we get going, look out, people. Look out. Once we get rolling, we don't joke around. Okay, that was the third. Okay, 9:15, 35 days from now. So we're at 10 days FTD. Okay. And don't play multiple. People don't play multiple games at the same time. Maybe max you need 3 to 6 games installed at a given time. Yeah, but even having to change out, Harsh is saying how you only play 3 to 6 games at the same time. It doesn't seem like a huge hassle. Someone like me would never do that. I do not want to swap in games and swap out games. That's not to say other people would or wouldn't, but like I don't want that hassle. I want everything available. You know what I mean? And I'm sure at least some people will feel that same way. I'm a Snap long, but it's about Facebook here. Show me kids that use the gram before Snap 2020. I'll buy you a share. Comparing Snap and Instagram. Manshot makes a good point. Domestic US cable companies often cap downloads and folks streaming a lot and want to download games. Math won't work. Yeah. This all ties back to Uber's point too. There's going to be quite a bit of demand for physical for a lot of different reasons. And again, I'm not going to claim to be an expert on all the different intricacies of the technical specs. I mean, I looked at them and I get the difference between the two consoles, of course, and I've looked into the pros and cons of each. I've looked at all that, but it just is abundantly clear to me that people are going to want that physical console, and that it still appears a good chunk of them will do it. And like that's enough. That's adequate for my thesis anyway. So it doesn't have the AI. All right, William sharing his thoughts on Snap. I was buying Snap at 5. Stock market videos, but welcome stock market videos. Welcome back. Cheers. Lots of areas don't have fiber. Yeah, so people talk about this, the speed, the internet, the connection speed. You know what I mean? Menchel said lots of areas don't have fiber. I got a gigabit cable connection, and I got an email from COX that I got an email that I'm close to my limit. I didn't know there was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, connection speed, that impacts this stuff too. Like, we talk about streaming games down the line too. That a lot of people talk about that. 250 by 2050. I will DM you my number and you can call me now, man. Yeah. No, to get William on the line. Stock market videos. Tim Cook and Snap CEO said smart glasses could one day replace iPhone. Snap is working on smart glass spectacles. That's why I'm buying Snapchat. Yeah, that's not my. First of all, a lot of these stocks have worked out very well based on like some of those aren't my types of thesis when it comes to stock. But I appreciate when people will share their position and say this is why I like the stock or don't like the stock or whatever, because that helps. I can get a quick insight into what they're thinking about it. So I understand why stock market videos like Snapchat. I've been reading a lot about the demise of Best Buy, and it really mirrors what is going on with GME. Okay, so Manchild says, I've been reading a lot about the demise of Best Buy, and it really mirrors what is going on with GME. If GME can be the Best Buy for gaming and stay super focused, we win. This is the time of the stream where I got to bring up that Best Buy market cap. Oh, damn. Too many bees. 28 billion. Manchild, you may know this. 29 billion. So I like using Best Buy as a comp for the retail space. You know what I mean? There's no money to be made in this space. I'm like, what? Best Buy is clearly doing it. And so I agree with you, Manchild. Totally. You talk about the demise of Best Buy. It's still it's a $29 billion company. I have seen some of those articles, Manchild, but why can't GameStop can't be a fraction of this for the gaming industry? Of course they can. So I agree with you. I totally agree with you, and I think that this discrepancy in the market caps will thin. How much? To be seen. Could maybe GameStop be a $20 billion? No. Makeshift player. What's good? What's good, makeshift player? Huh? Welcome back. Stock market videos. You also invest in Snapchat. Sharing Snap thoughts. Getting into collectible money marketplace will be a money pit. StockX already does collectibles. I read the Scion 13D management to stop throwing money at money pits. Yeah. That's like I was saying. I don't think of that area of their business, collectibles, as that accretive to their business model. But maybe if it became more of I don't know. It's definitely a marginal aspect of my thesis. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, they also offer this, but I don't know about money pit. But in my mind, they could stop offering that, and it could, I don't know. It's tough. It's kind of like, it's a marginal offering, I think. I think they were trying to diversify away from games, but the primary GameStop thesis, fundamentals focus thesis is based on the gaming side of the business. And some of these things can complement gaming, right? But I don't know that does enough, but I don't know. William Vest going for October 3rd again. Agreed. Prefer a PC space for GME to target here. Yep, and they're going for a GATS, as I know you already know. They're going for that PC space. That's a good place to go. He's responding, Manchild, too. Yep. Steven. I've stayed long Facebook for a long time, since before 140-ish. I'm confident it'll be worth $1 trillion market cap in a matter of time. Is Facebook still not a trillion? What's it at? Oh, yeah. Interesting. I mean, I see Amazon and I see Apple and these other ones. That I'm like, yeah, that seems like it could be $1 trillion. Yeah, I guess it's not, though. So Steven's super confident that it will be there in a matter of time. Hey, it's got a kitty. It's got a kitty in the chart. Check that out. I think that's, or is it Batman? Ryan Kitty or Batman? Either. That's bullish. I think that's a bullish. When you see a kitty like in the clouds and stuff, I think that's bullish. I think I read about it in a book about it. You know, okay, Manchester algo meltdown of 2018 started in October. Yeah, well, yeah, October has been known to have quite a reputation. You know. William, I bought a share of Facebook on IPO day. Oh, William bought a share of Facebook on IPO day. Sick. That was probably turned into be a good trade. Snap might have growth. Steven says, Snap might have growth still, but Facebook prints money, incredible cash flow, and makes amazing moves to keep its growth going. Yeah, Facebook is a beast, no doubt about it. It's like my style of investing is like deep value style, but like there's certain business models, and that's like the starting point for many investors. Like you're interested in companies that compound and stuff like that, Buffett style. But you could see why there's a lot of money to be made with some of these companies. Just because they can just eat up a certain space and just crush it over time. Like this chart looks terrific, you know what I mean? And they could continue to crush. Steven's confident that they will. I mean, even at $1 trillion, what's that, a 50% move? Just under. That would still be a nice. I mean, the timing aspect, how long would it take to get there? But okay. Today, say goodbye, Lizard. You really think Facebook has appeal to Gen Z? Talk about Gen Z. Okay, as a company or product. All right, well, comparing Facebook, those are a couple of stocks we don't talk too much about, but very relevant to the day. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, these are, first of all, very profitable companies, worth a lot, but a lot of people using them too. And I'm not an expert on this stuff, so this chat I'm sure would be educational for me. Zuckerberg, I believe Zuckerberg is a meme and not an Elon way. This level of Elon gang, yeah. No, I don't have an opinion. It's the question would be whether that. But like, for example, but if Zuckerberg is just a tremendous CEO and has the vision and stuff like that, I mean, William's just making a joke that Zuckerberg is a meme, but like if he's a kick-ass CEO, he founded the company, right? He maybe, I've heard there's a case to be made that he's undervalued as a CEO because his skill may get discounted. How rare it is to have someone like a Zuckerberg found the company and then transition to the CEO role. I think he's CEO, right? And like it's rare that rarely happens, and he may get discounted because of that, where maybe he is just a tremendous CEO, and I feel like it's some of this. I mean, people turn stuff into a meme, right? But it could be that he's an absolutely tremendous CEO, and then in 10 years' time, Facebook crushes it. But I don't know, just something to think about. I think Zuckerberg. Oh, geez, Steven said Steven says what I'm saying. Oh, Steven says the same thing. Steven, did we talk about that? Did I get that from you? I may have got that from Steven. So none of my views are original, by the way. I may have got that viewpoint from Steven. I can't remember. Steven said the same shit. I think Zuckerberg is underrated as a CEO. Doesn't get credit for the great moves the company makes to stay. Steven, that could be Steven's. Steven may have shared it with me before. I can't remember. I work in social media marketing, and Facebook and Instagram are the beast platforms where companies spend all their money by far. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Steven, huh? Social media marketing where Facebook and Instagram are the beast platforms. All right, so Steven has some expertise here, you know what I mean? And he's sharing his thoughts. That's stuff that's helpful for me when someone has a certain expertise in a certain area and they go, hey, heads up, this matters here, because I might not know that. I'm looking at spreadsheets, you know what I mean? And if I'm not using the stuff every day, all right, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Okay. Gats. I think they made smart pies to remain fresh and relevant. Don't know as a product. Too old. Yeah, that's so product use matters too. You know what I mean? Okay. I think it's a great pie. Not saying Twitter and Snap are good, not good investments. Just that I'm Facebook long. All right, Steven's clarifying. Not saying Twitter and Snap. I saw Manchild on Stock Twits. I saw him on there too. Jen, I invested in Twitter at IPO and I have less money now. Yeah, Twitter looks interesting. I thought that one looked kind of interesting. I think I've been long Twitter at a time, but that was a different play. Okay. Makeshift player hates Twitter. Love Facebook and Snap. Shit, Makeshift. I'm not even on those. I could be. I forget if I'm on there. Roaring Kitty, like the Roaring Kitty stuff is I got the Twitter account, but do people? Hey, I'm curious. Do people share lots of like stock analysis and stuff on Facebook and Instagram? I mean, like legitimate stock analysis. I may have created the account, but I didn't think about that. Like people share some FinTwit, right? They'll share some stuff on Twitter and stuff, and some stuff on YouTube, right? Some live streams on YouTube, but like some of the other platforms, I didn't think many people did. But if they do, please educate me. I didn't realize if they do. I just bet on where the users and cash flow are. Yep, good idea. Uber Kicks, for what it's worth, Ortec shows borrow rate at 37%, up from 36%. I appreciate you sharing that, Uber. As I was saying before, I don't even know what the it's like. It's high. It's high, but and then it's more the trend I'm watching. You know what I mean? Like it has been high for a long ass time. Not that Uber's just sharing data. Thank you, Uber, for sharing that data. I just harp on that. Like what now? You know what I mean? What's the impact on the thesis? What's the likelihood? Well, how does it change the probability of stuff happening? And I just don't know. Like if it gets to like 60%, 70%, but of course that would probably happen as the price is rising. So it's almost like it's like a what do you call it? Coincident? It's coincident variable. Very hard to unseat 2 billion users. Yeah, moat. There's a case to be made. Facebook has a bit of a moat. Steven saying, what are the ages of those users? All right, lots of talk here. Lots of talk here. Steven says, I quote Elon Musk, do people actually care about privacy? They don't act like they do. My instinct is that people talk a good game, but no one cares that Facebook uses their data. Interesting. I suspect by the sheer number of users on the platform that's at least partially true. 39 people here. Everyone liked the stream. Trey, what up, Trey? What up? Welcome. Yo, Trey, I got the app. Let me catch up. I got the app. By the way, what have I missed? Have we gotten into quantum physics yet? Nah. That's hour 3. That's hour 3, William. Jen, every website collects your data, not just Facebook. As soon as you that's what I mean. You just browse the internet these days. Everyone's tracking everything. It's kind of a part of our world. You know what I mean? I mean, there are ways around it if you're really diligent about that stuff. But as we all know, most people aren't. It's like you kind of accept certain degree. You all know this. What the hell do I have? I have no insights to share here. As soon as you create login info, right. Oh no, I'm falling behind. Oh no. Oh boy, I gotta go quick. Oh, falling way behind. All right, I gotta go quick. Holy shit. Okay. Let's talk. Okay, a lot of the American. Everyone liked the stream. Thank you, Trey. Look at, by the way, every website collects your data, though. And has Roaring Kitty drawn 1 billion lines on the chart yet? Only a couple. I think only one so far, Trey. Only one. Elon has never involved. Stoked for quantum physics. Jen's stoked. Although maybe she was stoked like a half hour ago. I don't know. Hope it's not too late. No, just 1 million lines right now. Obviously, it's my favorite topic. Oh, Trey likes the lines too. Oh, quantum mechanics. Yeah, we got into it a little bit when who was it? Quantum. Sorry, I forget your name. We were talking a little bit about it, huh? Because sorry, I gotta keep going. What the hell am I talking about? Quantum. See, Trey comes in. I start talking about quantum mechanics and stuff like that. Who would ever listen to me talk about that? Jeez, huh? It goes whoop whoop whoop. the electrons, they're going all over the place. You can't predict where they're going. Okay, no one talks about Elon. Makeshift player, we need more lines. Trey, need more lines. Roy Kitty is still sober. Not yet. Roy Kitty said. Hugo says, there's no lines, no, haven't gone crazy yet with the lines. Roy and Kitty's still sober, huh? Just a social media war. Yeah. William, why you getting into it? That's okay. This is people sharing their thoughts on something new. That's cool. I feel like the demographics of Snap. Yep. I'm reading, but I'm scrolling through. The IPO will blow up. I'll just laugh as I go through. College. GME to 1 trillion. Oh shit, am I behind the trillion? Polygon saying GME to 1 trillion. Gotta call that out, you know? Okay. Talking millennials, Gen Z. There's probably really good insights for me to read through. Like, it's good people to read through and see what people are like are thinking about certain stuff, you know? Like the different social media platforms. Can't say I'm totally up to date on all of them, and I mean, I use some of them, right? Talking Bitcoin now. Sorry, just going tuned into a live stream to watch me scroll. You know, but I'm trying to get caught up. Oggles was a huge deal. Twitter censors too much. TM, hey man, okay, I missed the last 2 streams. Maybe the 5-hour one I caught start to finish tired me out. I wanted to share that with you. Tinfoil hat time, all the articles shop. Welcome back, TM. Welcome back. He said the other 5-hour stream took too much out of him. He had to take a break from the stream. No one blames you, TM. No one blames. Welcome back. We're glad you're able to join us again. Respect to Ryan and GME. I think, okay, tinfoil hat time. Tinfoil hat time. Respect to Ryan and GME. I think moneymakers trying to discredit GME potential. We are seeing it now. They made the comparison trying to point out the differential just so people could tweet. I think it is moneymakers trying to discredit GME potential. All the articles dropping Amazon with respect to Ryan and GME. I think it is money. What are moneymakers? I think his moneymakers trying to discredit GME potential. We are seeing it now. They made the comparison trying to point out that... Whoa, you took it as bearish, huh? Whoa, TM, huh? I took it as, if anything, like I thought it was ridiculous. However I described it late that night, I saw it again. I'm like, it's absurd. But I thought it was bullish, all else equal. I mean, if you had to pick, is this a bullish or bearish? I interpret it as bullish because you're comparing Amazon, a gazillion dollar market cap with GameStop. It's silly. But wow, you're interpreting it the opposite as I did, TM. Interesting. Just so people could tweet about it. I don't know. I mean, like he qualified it with tinfoil hat time. Make no mistake. But I don't know. But it was odd. I definitely, if I say this much, TM, I thought it was an odd article. And talking tennis rackets. I know I keep on saying the tennis racket thing, but the whole thing. Then it didn't talk about esports. It's kind of an odd. And I concede it could be Ryan Cohen's actual approach, right? It absolutely could be, but that's why I was like a little bit skeptical of that. Zuckerberg gets back to this. GME is never going to beat Amazon. Okay, so then TM continues. GME is never going to beat Amazon. Idiots. The article is trying to say that they would sell tennis rackets is further proof that they are trying to discredit GME. Big money is sneaky. Anywho, just my own conspiracy. Wow, that is definitely a fascinating conspiracy, TM, because again, I interpreted it the opposite, which isn't necessarily how others interpret it. What the heck? I don't know. But like you said, it's his own conspiracy. Thank you for sharing, TM. Like I said, these new ways of thinking help me build out my own models. That seems like a stretch. If I make it seems a bit like a stretch. But you're saying they were trying to turn. It's almost like you're trying to say they were trying to turn GameStop into a meme. You know what I mean? So, maybe. And some people did respond that way, so maybe. William Vest, have you seen Social Network? Hell yeah. Yeah, Social Network's sick. Sick soundtrack too, by the way. What has Roy and Kitty said about the credit card? Oh, I haven't said much. I did see it. It looked kind of sick. What do you, the 3% cash back? Yeah, I did see that credit card. Well, I'd be curious about your thoughts on the credit card too. Please do share. I don't know too much about. I mean, we had read it. They announced that they were going to be releasing it and stuff, but people's feedback and stuff, I don't know. Trey agrees. Social Network, great movie. Props. Cheers to Social Network. Sick. Oh my God, is Fox disguised as TM? Hugo, it's too bad he's not here to laugh at that, Hugo. Shit. Coming in to stir the pot. Dude, I can see Roaring Kitty on Snap. So many cat posts. Yeah, I see, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, you're on different platforms for different reasons, right? So you could hop on one of these just for shits and giggles. You know what I mean? Shits and giggles, right? I mean, this stream turns into shits and giggles at times. Make no mistake. But you could have an account on a platform strictly for shits and giggles, right? I'm not opposed to it. It requires some more time. Okay, maybe I'll bring up that credit card. You walked away from that movie like financial stuff is pop. Oh, there you go. Make sure you're saying, okay, financial stuff is popular on Instagram the most. TikTok has recently picked up a financial segment too. I have seen some of the TikTok ones too. Some of them, you know what I mean? Like, I look at like legitimate, like some of that's, I don't know, is very good analysis that's being shared on certain things. I have seen some, I've seen some of the stuff on TikTok. I haven't seen too much of the stuff on Instagram, but I don't know how much of it is like, real analysis. So if you have thoughts on that, I'm curious. I think Twitter is a decent platform for stock analysis, and TikTok might not be bad as well, but they might get banned. So yeah, I know, right? People are saying that. Yeah, Twitter, I do see legitimate analysis being shared on Twitter. I can say that objectively. Or subjectively, I guess. No, I can say it objectively. I think I can. But I haven't seen too much on TikTok, I'll say. That's terrifying. I just realized that Twitter had a chat box. Twitter has a chat box? What's that? I don't know if I know that, Hugo. Chat box. YouTube content for stock. YouTube content for stock is the best platform for return on investment. Thank you for saying. So William says YouTube content for stock is the best platform for return on investment. That's right to the point. That's kind of what I'm trying to think through. At least for getting started. You know what I mean? Like we're month 2 here, month 2. But like down the line, it could change. But for getting started, I appreciate you sharing that. I'm glad to hear that. Right? Nice, simply a jerk. Facebook. What's a pump? Down coin. Penny stock. I'm torn between. Gat says, I'm torn between my desires to criticize social media finance, profit from it, and talk about it on a chat, on a stream. All 3, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, most definitely, it's crazy. I want to start doing finance videos. Hey, Makeshift wants to do some finance videos. Sick. I just want to try and monetize. Oh, we had a long ass discussion about this. This is sick. Like the whole social media stuff, huh? Man, child. I'm here to hear all kinds of stock ideas, look for more plays, picking up a bunch of growth stuff. Okay, for their esports, I'm more of a value investor, but I look for plays. Oh, I thought it was getting. Okay, I am almost got up. Okay, cats, whatever you do, never buy a nickel. Almost caught up. Almost caught up. Almost caught up. What makes you play? Yeah, it can be an amazing hobby. Not only will you grow your wealth, you can turn it into a generational thing. Oh, but I have time to call into for a kitty. I gotta look into all that stuff, William. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lucky I even get this thing up and running right now. Try BUIDDF. That's the idea. Wanting to leave my son better off. Oh, reason for investing and stuff. All right, sick. Caught up. Sick. Trey, I think it's time. Trey and Hugo are here. I think I can pull this up. All right, check this. Y'all ready? William's already on bear too. I'm gonna show off the GameStop app a bit, huh? Let's see if I can do this. See if I can do this. I tried to queue it up today, and I know Hugo can't see it. Hugo can't see it in his country. Let me just see if I get this. I get this synced up. Get that on. Here we go. Hold on. Now the mic's back on. I need to. I forgot to add my the mic. Hold on 1 sec. Let me add it. Hold on one sec. I need to make. Okay. I think I got it this time, huh? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Oh shit! When you hear me? Were you hearing me through? Hey, can you hear me? Okay. Yay! All right. My bad, everybody. There we go. My bad. I should have. I was setting it up, but I forgot to set up the audio. Were you hearing me through the phone? Oh shit! My bad. Was it bad loud? Oh shit! Sorry about that. That's good for my learning. I needed to add the quadcast mic to the sources there. I forgot to do that. I forgot to do that today. Okay. So here we go. So I like this. Is this the new app? Oh, everyone liked the stream, by the way. 35 here, only 16 likes. Trey's on the ball. Trey. It's a good thing we got Trey here. It's not the PS5 in the card. This is the new app, right? Can anyone confirm this is the new app, right? I'm pretty sure this is the new app, but I actually didn't have the old. Thank you, William. Okay, so I like on the front page here, 100%. So you could click through here, right, and you see a whole bunch of things here. Sometimes they're advertised. This new app looks different on Android. Okay. Oh, does it? Okay. So feel free to share your thoughts as I'm going through this, because your insights here are meaningful to me, because I have seen some comments and people talking about it. But anyway, so you can just scroll through here. I don't think it does it automatically, but it can show you some deals on some things, right? Shop now, and you can see all the bullet points down there, right? I'm pointing at it like you can see what I'm doing, right? What the hell am I doing here? Pre-order an Xbox. Oh, I know. Well, I can't right now, but we should have been doing it last year. I didn't have this set up. I need Hugo and Trey to keep on pushing me. They're like, Rory Kitty, you gotta do this. I talk about dragging my feet. It took me a week. I feel like they've been saying it for 2 weeks. Okay, so I keep scrolling like this, right? And first of all, look, I just like the look. It just looks slick. You know what I mean? So I like this. Click through. But to have all that stuff. But then if you go back, I like that these are clickable links within the image, which isn't that crazy or anything like that. But if I click on, let's say, Madden 21, it will bring me right to the Madden 21 stuff. You know what I mean? And then you can order it right from there. And but before we start getting to this stuff, let me go back. And so that's that. But let me show you up here. So I got, first of all, you can set like your preferred. I had to select my picture. There's no damn. Oh yeah, I should be reading what y'all saying too. You go pre-order of Xbox. Keep calling. No one knows if they're getting any. So in here you can select your avatar, right? I chose this avatar. I thought that seemed kind of fitting. They don't have any kitty ones. What are the odds of that? Burn Kitty, I think I tagged you in the screenshot of my app version. Oh, maybe you did. Oh shit, did I see it? I must have seen it. I don't know. Thank you, Trey. I'll double check. I'm the alien guy. Well, he's the alien guy. So I picked that one. Like, I can't believe they didn't have any kitties. Jeez. Mild gamification of the app will be useful as well. That's true. Oh, I did comment on it. Thank you, Trey. I forget. Thank you for tagging me, and I'm glad I commented on it so that I could respond or liked it or something. That's for like future efforts. Okay. So as I set your avatar, right? You can also select your primary console. I tried, Hugo. There's no kitty. Look, Hugo, there's no kitty. Makes no sense. There's a cow. There's a dog. Dinosaur. That's okay. Okay, so then you can select your preferred consoles and stuff. So you go select Switch, 3DS, PC gaming, and then you star the one that's your top one. I'm not sure how it might impact your search results. I haven't fully tested that out yet. I guess it must have defaulted to Switch. And then if they send you some emails, some messages and stuff. I think these were the first 3 that they sent me. I didn't open them up. That's so they can message your stuff there. So it's kind of like an inbox within the app, which I guess is kind of cool. Okay. All right. So then we have save trades. I don't have any save trades, but that's where they would show up. So I guess if you make a trade, I suppose if you make a trade, or maybe if it's just if you want to trade, I'm not so sure. We'll get to that in just a second. I like this, the Game Informer news. This is sick. So it's good to incorporate Game Informer as part of this. Then you get all this shit right there. That's sick. And then you go to news, you can go to previews, and people are getting this information in other places as well. It's not like this is the go-to place, but even still, it's sick. If you're gonna be the go-to place for gaming and stuff, you gotta have all this shit there. Let people get their info here. Game Informer is digital only now. Oh, is it? It's no longer printed? Is it no longer printed? I didn't know that. Thanks, William. Haven't been through the app, but I think very light gamification aspects could help tap into their market. Did y'all not know that? Wow. Should I have known that, William? I probably should have. I knew they were moving in that direction. It was inevitable too, right? Hey, I got a new subscriber, Alex Vu. All right, sick. Okay. Okay, then reviews and stuff. So sick. So that's cool. It's nice having that in the app. Okay. And then you got settings. You got the about and the feedback. There's nothing else. There's nothing else really here. Welcome to Run Kitty Nation. Yeah, welcome. You added on the live stream. Okay, so then we'll get to shop. Then you can do like trade in. Like if you want to do trade here, you can go to like find values for stuff. And so you can go to find more values and click. Let's do consoles. I don't think they have any for PlayStation. Check this. None. There's none for traded. But I did see there were some Xboxes. So you can go to and for some, you can only get the in-store credit, right? So that's kind of cool. And then it adds it right there. That's sick. And I think, so I can save estimate, right? I didn't do that. But if I save estimate, oh, look at this. Follow the instructions below to help speed up your trade experience. Sick. Oh, I didn't check that out. Okay, so you can save that stuff right there. Is the app just named GameStop? Okay, you should use Streamlabs to have pop-ups for subscribers on stream. Oh, Streamlabs. I've heard of Streamlabs. And that lets me do pop-ups for subscribers on stream. All right, I'll look into that. Thanks, Trey. If I did look into it, it's been a while. I don't remember anything. Okay. You'll love Streamlabs, Roaring Kitty. Thank you, Willem. Okay, so let me just add this. Save estimate. Oh, we had an error. That's not good. Estimate saved. Trade. I don't know what that error was. Okay. So let's go to here. Let's go to save trades. Boom. Okay, so that's how that shows up there. Sick. Okay. I hear the people saying that you buy something. Did I buy something? Okay, so then let's go to shop. Okay, and then go to, I like the coming soon. You could come here, see what's coming new. You can also sort by price. I mean, right, but you wouldn't just sort the whole thing by price. You could sort by bestsellers. I think the bestsellers one is sick, right? I'm no expert on these apps. I'm just sharing my insights. You'll probably have better insights. And then release date, I like this too. This is where you'd see all the pre-order stuff sort by release date. Sometimes it does take a second. I heard some people talking about that. But then the more important part of all this search is you go to filter, and then you can go to, now you can filter a whole bunch of shit, right? You can go to platform. You want to filter by, let's do Nintendo Switch, boom, and then your 1138 results are gonna, and then you're down to 140, and then you can do just anything, right? What does it matter? What if I do video game accessories? Just try to narrow it down. 19 results, then you say done, boom, and then there you go. See my post in the intro, it looks slightly different. Jen, I just updated the app on my iPhone. It looks different too. Roaring Kitty, I think you have the old version. You're kidding me. William just said I had the new version. Jen, do I have the old version? You're kidding me. That makes this a lot funnier. Jen, is this the old version? Jen, William, I thought you said I had the new version. I thought William said it. By the way, for the record, this was the only version that was available to me to download because I was trying to confirm it myself. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you, Uber. Unless it looks very similar. How embarrassing is this? Oh, my God. we all hoping to tune in for a review of the old GameStop app. Oh shit, that's funny. All right, well, that's oh my God, I was scared. Hugo's pissed. He's like, I'm paying attention to all this, and I went into the app and I found link to upgrade. Roaring Kitty, just click the update on the App Store. Oh, okay, I'll go and do that. It wasn't there. No, I looked, Trey. It wasn't there. Well, this is an old phone. Could that be it? Could it be that this is an older phone? It could be. It could be. Oh wow. Not there here. Yeah, link to the upgrade maybe in there. All right, I'll look into that. I apologize, everybody. I have a new app. It's probably not there here. The new app is an iOS. Is the new app not on an iPhone? Wait, can Jen confirm? Because I think I went into the app and I found, I think Jen said she had an iPhone. No, because Jen said she does have it. Okay. Damn, my bad, everybody. I think the iOS release was today or something. Hey, Doc Up showing up there. Sick. Okay. Oh, I didn't get it. That's because this is an iPhone. Okay, so that's because it's an iPhone. You know what I mean? And what did it have? It has nothing to do with iOS 14. I'm assuming. Oh, okay. All right. So that's it. It's just because it's a. It didn't come yet. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for walking me through that. All right. Can I switch back? I think I can just click this. Boom. Hey. All right. See, we good, Roaring Kitty. All right. Okay. Okay. So I got to look at. So this is an older phone too, but if it wasn't even on the iOS, that's at least part of it. Sick. All right. Well, at least I got this set up for when I'll look into it. I'll look into. You have to take my word for it. I tried to confirm. I'm like, is this the new one? I can't be sure if it's the new one. Then I was testing around. I'm like, yeah, it's still kind of slick. I like that part. But I'll track down the new one. We'll do the new one. Sorry, Hugo. Another time, Hugo. Oh shit, that's funny, huh? That is funny. All this time, train Hugo, like, you gotta show the app, and then I finally showed him. It's the damn old one. Okay, I don't even know, where were we? Oh, I'm caught up, at least. At the very least, I'm caught up. I showed I could have sworn, was there something else I wanted to show? No, I gotta look into Streamlabs, though. Okay. Let me close out of some shit. 8:58, we doing good tonight. I love the new app layout. It's very nice. All right, thanks, Trey. Thanks for that. Okay, so, because I heard some feedback already on stuff, and some people were, I apologize, Kitty Nation. I feel underperformance on my no, William. Who did so? No problem. We all cool here. It's all chill. No worries. No worries, William. What do I got here? Oh, X out of this. X out of that. All right. Sick. All right. Sick. Try to film a video with you using the new app and upload it. I think many people will want to watch it. Do you think so, Hugo? Think so? Me trying to use it, it would be good. I'll tell you what, Hugo. If I were using it, I was actually maybe. How about this, Hugo? Ready to and show your points progress. If I were trying to pre-order, and that's the one that the sweepstakes type thing. That I can see that because you get like coming down to the minute. You know what I mean? Did anyone have success pre-ordering it on their phones? I don't know if anyone even did it. People would watch it. All right, yeah. Or at least, you know what I mean? It'd be sick if it were related to something. Any thoughts on the GameStop Performance Center? Oh, yeah. Thank you for that link. Hey, okay. Yeah, well, it's in my latest video. Manchild, if you haven't seen my latest GameStop video, I do bring it up there. Because, yeah, I have some thoughts. It looks sick. I mean, it's closed right now. Oh, here we go. I do. Someone who posted a video on and updated their phone so people will watch a lot. Okay. Oh shit, Run Kitty, you about to start making some live cops? Some live cops? Live cops? I tried on my phone, but the mobile side is garbage at scaling. Okay. Yeah, so Manchild, if you haven't check out my latest GameStop video. If you haven't seen it, I mean I touch on this stuff a little bit, but I shared my views there. But Manchild, what do you think? I think this looks sick. And it's on pause right now because while I know someone on the stream had mentioned this too, cops is slang for buying swag. Oh damn, I don't know cops. What? Some live cops? Oh yeah, copping something. Oh dude, I never heard someone say live cops. Yeah, you're copping something. I know cops, right? I know cops. I believe I cop New Jordans. I know when you cop something. Hold on. I know when you cop something, okay? I'm saying in the context here, you start making some live cops. I haven't heard live cops before. I haven't heard live cops before. That's not fair. Oh shit! I'm still upset there, so I want the console. I love it so hard. Yeah. That's I get a pass on that one. There's a lot I don't know. My nephews, they keep me up to speed on some of the slang that I may have missed, and so they bring me up to speed on some stuff. But cop, that's old. I mean, even that's even up my alley. You know what I mean? I used to cop stuff for ages. You know. Yeah, this looks sick. I love how they're like high definition photos too. I tried to. Oh shit. What does capping mean? Yo, cap, no cap, man. It means no lie. Come on, yo, drop them on me. Let's go. Let's go. What does cap mean? It means no cap. It means like no lie. Come on, no joke. You say something to me. When I was growing up, it was like no lie, man. Like I turn off caps lock. Oh, Gats. Oh, Gats. Oh boy, Gats. See how I'm excited to no cap. You know what I mean? No, but I know that one. I know that one. Yeah, not lying. Turn off caps lock, Gats. Turn off no cap. Oh shit. Not a team, but they sponsored a training facility for a team. yeah, got sick. But I wonder when this will pick back up. Because esports gonna be huge. I thought this is gonna be sick. I thought this is why I definitely I thought this looked so cool and I wanted to include it. And some folks were reminding me of it. Like this was a bigger deal. I was looking into this like 9 months ago. I forget when I first came across this. But and then someone said, "Hey, remember this?" And I thought, "Oh shit, yeah, I gotta talk about this." Even though I mean, because it was closed and stuff, so I don't think it's a front and center for the management team to be talking about it. You know what I mean? But down the line, I'm looking out 5 years. I think, yeah, this is good to be sponsoring something like this. But some of this stuff look kind of. I mean, it's just like a room with a TV. You know what I mean? But like the live streaming here, just a place for people to hang out. You know what I mean? I thought that was sick. And you would think just if there's like I said in the video, like a handful of these all around, and it's like the GameStop place, and there'll be other ones too. It's not like GameStop is the only one doing this, but still, you know what I mean? There's a lot to go. How are we making money on that? Uber. I'm interested in whether they'll reorient the store footprint to accommodate more in-person experiences, esports, VR, MTG, to densify away from the tiny holes in the wall. Just throwing the shit out there. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you, Uber. Is that out for the night, kitty? I'll watch the watch. I keep you up until later, William. Have a nice night. Great having you. Cheers, nation. I'm with you, Uber. Because the stores tend to be smaller, right? But if you saw the ones they're testing out in Tulsa, some of those are a little bit bigger. It's accommodating some of these bigger spaces. That I think that you'd see more of those ones where maybe they expand the existing storefronts, or they just they close out of the smaller ones and lease larger spaces nearby, something like that. A lot of opportunity there, right? And because a lot of these leases, which not enough of the Bears talked about, all the Bulls knew it, but they're shorter term leases, you know what I mean? That you can just roll off as time passes. But everyone wants it to happen like tomorrow, so I think people are like, oh no, you're stuck in the leases. It's like, oh shit, is that my mic? Is that my mic right there? Oh, that's my mic. That's sick. Sick. All right. Oh, is that I got those headphones too. No, I mean not these ones, but I got them elsewhere. Wow, sick. All right. Oh, are they all those headphones? Oh, sick. The whole innovation lab. So you've been using the facilities. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So, but the details. So anyway, but I think they'll focus on these stores moving forward. I agree with you, Uber. I don't know if they all will, but some of them. You know what I mean? You can have different types of stores, as you know. You just have different types of store for different purposes, and they'll have maybe one central esports focused one in a 20-mile radius, 50-mile radius. I'm no expert on that shit, but then they'll keep some of those stores. It could be, remember too, same day delivery. Like, remember, Amazon trying to pick up some distribution pieces and all this stuff. Like, it can be helpful to have a lot of stores, maybe not as the go-to esports place, but as the pick up your game here, have your game delivered here. That way they get those a little bit more scattered. But that's just something I was thinking about. This is above me. Okay. Are they making money back then? Back then, for me, it was dead ass. No, dead ass is still relevant. Dead ass. I know this because my oldest nephew says that. I'm dead ass. So that's legit. If he's saying it, that's real. That's real. That ain't gone. I know that. Okay. I'm interested in whether they'll orient the store footprint to accommodate. While imagine now they aren't, but forward thinking there's a ton of opportunity there. Right. Gat says the same thing. Ton of opportunity, right? Ton of opportunity. And that's the crux of the bull thesis. It's not specifically what they're going to do, but that the opportunity is there. If you can't see that, it's bad analysis. That's what I think. Now, you can say maybe they don't pull it off. That's fine. But what was being priced in is a 0% chance of some of these things. I mean, even a 0% chance of reasonable amount of free cash flow. That's bad analysis to draw that conclusion. And so that's my opinion. That's a subjective opinion. But like Gats is saying, you can at least see there's a ton of opportunity there if you pull it off, blah, blah, blah. Virtual cricket. Sorry if this is off topic. Virtual crickets. Well, I mean, everything's off topic, huh? Are we in hour 3? We're in hour 3 now. Forget about it. We did a little bit of research, and then we started going down that path, but we got proper derailed, so no worries. I was curious if you had thoughts on UNFI since the CEO announced retirement. Yeah, so I just got in. So I've been in UNFI a while back, and I got back into it. When did he announce on earnings that he was retiring? Because I have to say, part of the reason there was, I mean, I did some quick analysis. Remember, I've been in it before. I did some quick analysis on what had changed since I had trimmed the position. It was actually still in the Roaring Kitty portfolio, but it was just a nominal position. I had trimmed out of it. I can't remember when. But part of my reason when I was delving back into it is that CEO has been the CEO for a while, and he has done a good job at that company. And I saw he was still involved and everything. And so I haven't even looked through the earnings release yet. I have to say, if he's retiring, that's a little bit disappointing. Because I was looking at the number. I still probably have the numbers up. Do I? Sick. These numbers look good. And now it's a little bit of a different company because the Super Value acquisition or merger, whatever we want to call it. But it was a very well-run business, and it appeared as though he had been he'd been in charge this whole time. And I thought, all right, I like to see that. I like when a management team is leading it. You know what I mean? And so I haven't even seen that news. I'll look into that virtual crickets, but I would say that my first take is disappointed. Not that that's a reason to sell the stock or anything like that. It's not. But it was something I looked at, and I wanted to. When I see all this purple and green in this book measured ROE section here. Oh, I get it. For those who don't know, here's book measured ROE. It's a real crude calculation of like very crude. But it's not even perfectly accurate. This should be an internal rate of return calculation that calculates how the growth of book per share over time plus dividends. But it's an IRR calculation that in this case it should be quarterly, but it's annually right now because it becomes challenging to do it quarterly. And I find it really helpful for just calculating. I mean, it's just largely focused on book growth, but I really value that for assessing the quality of a business and the management team. But of course, it gets screwed up with share buybacks. It gets messed up, and I don't have enough data to account for that. I know how to fix it. If I have the buyback information, it's very easily accounted for in the equation. Do I have the Do I have it here? Like it looks like this. Can you see that? I don't even know if you can see that. But it's like an IRR calculation, and but if you have the buyback information, then you anyway. There weren't that many buybacks, so it's not that big a deal. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going. The purple and green. So there's often a quick rule of thumb is a well-run business and or a good management team, and I have to say, virtual that was something I took note of, and I said, okay, he's still at the helm here. That's looking good. So did I see that he's still going to stick around though? He's not leaving. I think I saw just a quick. I'll pull it up. I didn't see it here. Why was it not here? Like, you know what I mean? I pulled up the. Oh, there's Justin. Oh, okay. So it wasn't in the headline, but it was here. He's not bailing. Oh, perfect. Justin, welcome to the stream, Justin. if not in real time, you made it onto the stream. Sick. He has had a long career at UNFI. He's not bailing. He's transitioning out over a year and then becoming executive chairman of the board. The Whole Foods contract is not at risk. I looked into that too. It currently goes through 2025. Yep. It would be impossible for Amazon to duplicate. Yeah, and UNFI is the biggest. Amazon makes up less than 18. So that was a big thing too. Justin brings up a good point here. This was my big thing. When I was, I forgot how much Amazon made up of its total sales, and I saw it was like, is it 18%? I thought it was a tad higher, but maybe I was looking at the 10K, and I remember thinking that's nothing to go crazy about. It's not like you see some companies, no joke, it's like 60%, 70%, 80% of their business, maybe 40%. But I thought 20%. I'm like, they still got it for 5 years, and it sounds like it was likely that it was going to be renewed based on my analysis, which could be wrong, and Justin seems to agree. But I had looked into, and there was right here. There was something. They said something here too. There was an earnings. Where was it? Oh, it was our announced to succeed. Oh, I missed it. It was right there. I missed it. What the hell was that thing? Oh, right here. Oppenheimer was saying they felt very confident. So they probably talked to management and was like, all right, they seem like. So I thought that part was gonna happen, but it wasn't like crazy. That's at 20%. I'm like, all right. I mean, the stock would get hit. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it's a zero or something like that. Some companies might be a zero. Like if Walmart drops some of these really small, some of these small firms, you're screwed. You're screwed if Walmart drops you. But I'm like, yeah, screwed. And then I said they're the biggest. They got some of the best scale out there, and probably something Amazon would be interested in. But to compete with 5 years out, I don't know. That seems like a tall order. And but that's so yeah. So anyway, Justin just clarified he's still going to be involved with the firm, which I like to see. When did I just see this? To retire CEO after the conclusion of the terms of employment agreement next year. Oh, he's still around for a year. My only question is, the why. Why is he retiring? He's just retiring. Interesting. I'd say I'm a tad disappointed in that. I don't think it's that stock price is getting hit though. Boy, I wonder how much of that is because of the CEO. Because as I got to keep an eye on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Good question, Virtual Cricks. Yeah, Virtual Crickets. Okay, yeah, need to get rid of those rack names. Everyone knows they're going to buy before going in anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, and there's a whole bunch of the games all over the place. I mean, there's optimal ways to lay this stuff out. Well, it's got a whole training facility for players. They have an open lobby, but then a stream studio for players in the team lobby, then the viewing. Yeah, it's sick. So you've been using the facilities, right? Makes you, because I got the headset. Oh my God, Roaring Kitty is an insider. He totally is. Yeah. I don't have those. They're upstairs somewhere. We have been joking that he's on the board. No, yeah, we're joking that I should be added to them. What if I'm already on the board? What if I'm Reggie? Who knows? Okay. NYC threshold list out on again today. Take it as you will. And let's see if we get to, if the 13 day. We're not even at the 13, so let's see if we even make it there. But thanks for sharing that, Gats. I was curious. I'm sure Uber was going to share it with us. Oh yeah, there he is. Trey, I want them to tackle esports and keep enough stores to be same day delivery for gaming. Trey, you beat me to it. Maybe you already said that. So I'm sure you already said that. I agree that you want to keep enough stores to at least have that availability. Uber kicks. I kept refreshing until it comes out style. So he was trying to get to it too. My interpretation is that the 2nd is the 13th settlement day. So is that Monday? Okay. Is that bad or good? I figured we were all refreshing data. I think you're right. Good for us. Hugo, check my Twitter profile. I post every BYDDF news. Uber kicks. Yep. I believe the beginning of the new month quarter is also good for us. So I was thinking that, Uber. I was thinking the end of the month. Of course, it did nothing, so I don't know how accurate that was. So Uber says, I believe the beginning of the new month quarter is also good for us. I was thinking the end might be okay because people might pile into what's been working. And but it didn't really happen. Maybe it happened. It happens over the second half of the month. You can't think of day by day. So at least some of this over the past couple of days, I've been thinking that. I wonder if it's people. This is marginal analysis, just like this is on par with technical analysis. But like people saying, I want to have the winners in my portfolio at quarter end. You know what I mean? Some people say that. I don't know how accurate that is, but it could explain that. So Uber's thinking, he's saying the new month could be interesting. Chartists will drool over what they see when they review GME tonight. All right, so Uber, I've been saying that for weeks, but you bring up a good point that I haven't mentioned. The monthly charts. They'll see the monthly charts today. Good point. Oh, and you're saying maybe some of them don't even look at the weekly charts until the end of the month. Good point, actually, Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It just depends on their style, Maybe some of them, like I was just saying, I can't do it every week. I can't do it every day. But I thought I was weird in that way, That some people are like, more, especially if you have a team, don't you have someone looking at this stuff all the time? Maybe, though, I'll keep an eye on this. Maybe the beginning of the month. Let's see what happens. But I agree. I've been waiting. The chart looks unabashedly bullish. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not even close. And so, but it doesn't seem like a lot of technical analysts, maybe the technical analysts are supporting it right now. That's what I mean. It's so hard to pin this stuff. You know what I mean? It's tough. But it looks great. So I'll keep an eye out for that, Uber. He says, chartists will drool over what they see when they review GME tonight. Yep. Same here. Again, I'm a long-term value investor, but if you love pontificating on the short squeeze potential like I do, each day has been a good day for the thesis. I agree with you, Gats. Uber does too. Cheers to that. It's been good. You get to, if you're only the long-term investors kind of get that. Maybe you might have to have a little bit of a trading bent too to appreciate that, because if you're a long-term investor like Buffett, you don't even pay attention to this stuff, right? You don't. Who cares? It's the business, right? What the stock price is doing. So that's why it's a little bit in between where I'm kind of paying attention to this stuff. What's that stock price doing? But I agree. Right now, I'd say that it's holding up is quite well. It wouldn't have been a terrible if it was like at 8 or something like that. But all else equal, it's good. It's been because it's a continuation of the prevailing trend. That's what they'd say. And because it continues, it's supporting that bullish trend. Okay, Uber Kicks. I don't know if you've been on the stream when I've shared my opinion. Long story. First buy in 2017 though, average down to the mid 5s. Oh shit, Uber. Okay, Uber. I didn't realize how long you've been in this shit. 2017, huh? Damn, that's a long time, huh? So Uber, you've seen this through. Props to you, huh? Wow, you saw value back then. What was that market cap, kid? It's called 105 shares, 2 billion. Uber, I'm really curious about your take on. So you're buying in. Wait, you first buying in 2017. You're buying in a $2 billion market cap. Uber, I'd be very curious. You've shared many thoughts on this stream. I'd be curious about. What are you gonna write a damn thesis in the chat? But like how your views have changed about GameStop over that time period. You know what I mean? You're probably maybe the first person who shared that you've been since 2017. It's one thing to say last year, right? A lot of folks like that, but like 2017, you've kind of seen the down. You've participated in this downward move, and I think, boy, 2017, Hesty and Permit. They were involved earlier too, so they've taken the brunt of it. They have strong opinions about this stuff, so I'm kind of curious about your take too. You're buying it at $2 billion, so you thought it was even undervalued then, or maybe you think it's changed. All right, well, let me keep going. Stephen Hussey, yeah, gets. So Stephen started as a long-term value for me as well, but short-term got exciting recently. It's made GME the best stock to follow. Sick! Cheers to Stephen. Agreed. It's just a fascinating story. I mean, especially if anything crazy happens. I mean, you don't expect that to happen, but that is like, it truly is just a crazy story with the just the short. I mean, just the shortages have been so absurd. And the pervasive bearishness, it's so heavy. I feel like I'm like, you're being suffocated by it at times. You're drowning in it. Even like, all types of folks too. Not like, even you see some longer, like value investors. TechnoAXE had good reason to be bearish. And I guess value investors did too. But like a lot of people were really negative on it for so long, and it's just struck me as a fascinating story. I suppose it will only be a fascinating story if it works out. So there's a counter. It's really only a crazy story if it works out. If it doesn't, then it's just a little bit of a blip on the radar. You know what I mean? That's it. Okay. But anyway, Steven, cheers. All right, yeah. Short term got exciting, a lot happened, and then Cohen got involved. That really spiced things up. You know what I mean? Got spicy. Had nothing to. I uploaded those 3 GameStop videos. Stephen Cohen not mentioned one time. No, never even heard of the guy. Maybe I had heard of him. Anyway, I did that research on the stream. Okay. Okay, same. Yep. Okay. Gats. Wow. Gats. Wow. Nice average down. Uber. I started to buy at low 4s this summer. Wow. Nice job for you too, Gats. Okay. When I felt shocked and confident about free cash flow pricing. Nice job, Gats. All right. Sick. And Steven said the same. So props to y'all on the timing, right? You really crushed it. I was early. A lot of folks were early. But nice job. You got in this summer, and it was a tremendous buy, so props to you two and the other folks who did it too. What a great time. And you're so close to the console refresh, and it was just nice job. You like to see that, right? I mean, because you'll have losers, so when people get some winners, it's like nice job, props, enjoy. I started to buy low 4s, Jen. I went into Robinhood, and the analyst rating got changed to 22% buy from 0% today for GME. Whoa, thanks for sharing that, Jen. That's something. That's noteworthy. Jen says that she went into Robinhood and the analyst rating got changed to 22% buy from 0% buy. Oh, was it one of those, did someone call it a buy? Remember those 2 analyst upgrades? Was it one of them and just maybe Robinhood just got around to, there we go. Okay, so maybe, Jen, I bet this is it. I bet Robinhood got around to updating it to this one. Oh, wait, but I don't know if that's 22%. But it could be Jeffries. Oh, yeah, it probably is Jeffrey, because you said it was 0%, now it's 22%. So maybe it's the Jeffries one. Oh, I guess kind of Telsey. I don't know these analyst ratings. What's a buy? What's outperform? Is it the same? Thanks for sharing that, Jen, though, because I know people are looking at Robinhood. See what I see. There have to be a lot of us. Yeah, who got in at its current price? Like what? No, I know, Jen. I agree. we all agree with. Yeah, I don't know. Analysts are trailing indicators as opposed to the coincident indicators. I think they tend to be trailing indicators. Like by the time these folks got around to their upgrades, like GME was already right there, and so they get around to it. Sometimes they're ahead of the game. That's not like hard and fast rule or anything like that, but they tend to be trailing. Nice. Oh yeah, Gats agrees, and it says nice find, Jen. It has been a great stage to trade in the options. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been just look at the chart. You know what I mean? Just lots of opportunity to trade it. I could have done a better job trading it. You know what I mean? That's okay. Are you sure it was at 0 before? Until yesterday, this morning at least. Yeah, I bet it was just slow. That would be interesting, Jenny. You tell them to push, yeah. 3 years ago, late 2017, Uber. Okay, so a little bit down here. All right, we'll give it the 15. All right, so maybe we'll call it 1.5. Those buy ratings are older. Yeah, my Wells Fargo account data still says hold, though. Okay. Jeffrey's financials changed from hold to buy. There you go. Oh, yeah, I appreciate y'all sharing these because I mean, it looks like it's trailing, but still. Because then it's hitting other people's radar. You know what I mean? The other buy rating is from 2017, yeah. It's fascinating either way, really, because it's one of the best calls ever by shorts, or the worst. I agree, Gats. Yeah, that's another way of putting it. Gats says it's a fascinating story because it's either the best call ever or the worst call ever by the shorts. I like that. And the law and Roaring Kitty and the Roaring Kitty channel. I've kind of pegged the channel to this one stock for better or worse, huh? Jeez, huh? But yeah, I mean, because if it works out, well, I mean, it's conceivable that it's not, and I know Gats knows this. Gats is, I like how you phrase that, Gats, but it's conceivable that it doesn't go crazy and it just kind of, what if it stops at 15 and goes there? I don't think that's likely, personally. I think it is either the best or the worst call, but that doesn't mean it has to happen. It could just be I don't know. Usually when you have one side or the other so confident or something, it gets messy. So, right. Uber, the management churn and Uber sharing thoughts. The management churn and poor corporate decision making can't be understated as a weight on the stock, in my opinion. Absolutely, right? And so there was good reason for the price to head down, for people to be bearish. They were right for a time, and now I think they're wrong. But it wasn't clear at this time. Think of how much has changed since then. You know what I mean? I know Uber knows this. Uber's participated in it. He's seen how much has changed. I mean, there's been 6 CEO tenures. Some of them were the same CEO. 6 CEO tenures, I think, over the past. Maybe it wasn't since 2017, but like since 2016 or something. I summed it up, and it's been a mess. And think about you had the AT&T stores, and you were further away from the consoles. You didn't even know if they were going to have discs at the time. You didn't. It seemed likely, but you didn't know. So there was good reason for the sell-off, and this time it is different now. That's how I feel, and a lot of people say it's not different. I'm like, it is different from a business perspective, and doesn't mean it's going to work out in a big way. But right, I agree with you, but though and I think it fed the bearish narrative. Right, there was lots of reason for it to be bearish, and I think people would point to that. People will point to that, and I think the story started turning on folks, and they didn't realize what was happening underneath them. This isn't victory laps, you know, like that. This is something you maybe reflect on after it's gone up significantly. But even right now, I just looks as though they the things were starting to turn in favor of the business model, and folks were really slow to pick up on that because of how bad it was since. Because of how bad it was throughout Uber's holding period, you know what I mean? It was so bad that it's taken people a long time to be like, oh, it's like they're hungover. It's like, oh my God, no. They're like, you want to drink? You're like, please, no, never again. I don't want to drink today. I'll never drink again. And then it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, stream time, and you're like, I'll have another drink. You know what I mean? So I think it's just people. It's like Negative sentiment hangover, a bear hangover. It's a bear hangover, not a beer hangover. It's a bear hangover that people are trying. There you go. That's how I'll describe it. Bear hangover that people are trying to. They need some bananas. They need some liquids. They need some shit like that to get them going again. You know what I mean? And maybe this is my thesis anyway. We'll see if it plays out. What the hell do I know? Okay. Morningstar, Robinhood just showed up. It jumped ahead. I fell a little bit. Oh, not too far behind. Okay. Morningstar is Robinhood just showed up 20%. I'm a novice on Robinhood. You're a good company. No opinion on Jeffrey's makeshift. No opinion on any of the analyst groups. I take it all with a grain of salt. That's what I'd say. A couple weeks ago, I started learning options. Yeah, it is pretty crazy with Robinhood's. Yeah, it does seem like a lot more. It does seem like more Robinhood has caused people to be more interested in investing. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know the numbers. Well, the platforms. It's Trey's favorite platform. Cool. Options. Roaring Kitty, can you do a quarterly max chart? A quarter? Yeah, can I do? I know, that's what I was talking about. I don't think I can do quarterly. Yeah, see, they don't even offer it at stock charts. Good question. I was talking about it. I should have at least tried. Yeah, no, they don't offer it. But I would do that. Yeah, I'd be curious. I mean, then that's real long term. That's not even. I'd be curious to see it, of course, but it's definitely so user friendly compared to my other. Okay, all right. People like Robinhood. The only radar that matters is the Roaring Kitty stream chat. Screw the analysts. We know we're right. We're just overthinking possibilities as to why. We're just overthinking possibilities as to why. Yeah, ain't that the truth. Ain't that the truth, CU? We're overthinking everything, right? But when you have a stream with GME, what's this title that I put? GameStop holds the $10 level to start the week. Do GME stock longs now control the story? When you title the stream that, like, you're gonna overthink stuff. But we'll keep this up for a little bit, you know. But I agree. Like it's yeah. What's CU? He says the only reason that matters is screw the analysts. We know we're right. That's the thing. Is it? I agree with CU, right? Like at some point you have to really believe that you're right. Even though you don't know, you know you're not 100%, but you really got to believe that you're right. Like really, really believe it in the face of in the face of haters, and so like analysts and other folks, they can interfere with your thesis to agree as you're trying to make sure that you're not falling victim to confirmation bias and stuff. But in general, I agree. I usually take that type of analysis with a grain of salt. I'm trying to sell the contracts for options. Notice that Roaring Kitty, Hugo. Notice that Roaring Kitty weeks an eye when he says not a financial advice. No, Hugo. None of this. Hugo pulling my leg here. Not financial advice. Not stock advice. Y'all know that. Hugo's messing with me. We're just having a beer, talking stocks. You know what I mean? It could be. You would think that many folks on the stream do have at least a somewhat similar style of investing in that they may deal in deep value stocks. But you never know. Like I sometimes worry that like my super aggressive approach, people think like this is the right way to invest. And I know most folks, I think y'all know this, but it's not necessarily the right approach for a lot of folks. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't think I was winking. I don't think I was winking. Trey, that sounds like I'm not sure how that works. So he's on board. Sorry. What's this whole column going? Yeah. Talking options. Okay. Yep, Markel. Welcome, Markel. Welcome back. Yeah, we were just talking about that threshold security list. GameStop's back on it. What does that mean? Find out in 3 weeks. We'll find out. We'll see. Really, it only means anything if I don't want to say not anything. That's too strong a language. It would only mean something. It would only be meaningful to someone like me if we have a reaction in the price over the next couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Which could happen. I just you would think that the shorts are sophisticated, and those involved with the shorting are sophisticated enough to to understand that, like, let's say something were to happen because it's on the threshold list for that time period, that they would either get out of it in time, or they understand because they're sophisticated that it doesn't mean anything. That's what I would say about that. For what that's worth. I get color and parlay, talking options. The thesis is still here though. Yep. Some of the options have been crushed lately. Yeah, near-term options. I know, like, some people were talking about, because some people, that's the thing, when you start like betting on a short-term squeeze. This isn't advice, but it's generally a good idea. I would think. I'm no expert on that, but I would think it's generally a good idea. It's just a very risky thing to do. Like, you try to doing weeklies or something, or even a month out. I could see those, especially for a stock that's been as volatile as GameStop. It could be tough. It could be tough. But if it works out, then. But who knows? You never know. Like, when you're looking at 1 week or 1 month, it's tough. Like, I don't know what's going to happen over the next month. I mean, the daily still looks decent. The weekly is more for a couple of months. You know what I mean? Like, I say the weekly looks great, but didn't the weekly look good going into it had just got overbought right and going into earnings, and then it came back. I don't know. I feel like trying to time a squeeze. Oh yeah, Gat says the same thing. I feel like trying to time a squeeze is tough. Yep, that's tough. But if that's the thing about people, if it's a winner, then but that's why it's all about the process, right? The system that you've built to get into the position. Okay. Yeah, I gotta look back into UNFI, and I saw it was down again today. Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on that chart. Man, CVGI, bummer. That was a high conviction small play, and I lost it. It got away from me. Nice. I also should have put more back in the day. I actually don't understand why it wasn't a heavier play. It's because I was so diversified. Again, it's excusable. It is, but like back here, I'm not really sure what I was thinking. Damn, is that a 5-bagger? Just about. Damn. See what I mean? Like some of these will get into like the top 10, top 15 positions because they've just crushed it, and I think that's not always it's great. It's great news. But part of my process is to what would I say? Timely aggression. That when something is crazy cheap and I have a high conviction in it, that I'll go heavy into it. You know what I mean? Not for every single play, but if CVGI, I don't think I've trimmed. And so if CVGI has gone up as much as it has, it's still only 1%. That was too small of a position to begin with. But I think I was just... How often do you rebalance, Roy and Kitty? Good question, makeshift player. Not as frequently as I'd like. I should be rebalancing more frequently. But sometimes, I said this before, sometimes I feel like rebalancing, and sometimes I just sit. So sometimes I'll make a whole bunch of trades at once. Lately, I haven't been doing much. But I don't have like a set, it's time to rebalance. But I think I probably should. And I'm not used to having this many positions, to be perfectly honest. And so with a more concentrated portfolio, rebalancing it's not really timed or anything like that. And usually, when it's kind of based on feel, I'll look at the chart and say, all right, it's time to start. Maybe time to start taking some off. I always thought CVGI was maybe closer to. I think I even have this value somewhere, like 8 to 12 was the value, and still we're starting to get up there. But it's more like I'll start taking money off I'll start trimming or adding, but no like rebalancing pair. It's a good question that I wish I had a better answer for you, and maybe I will in time. But part of the thing is I've tried hard like rules-based investing, right? I feel like a lot of folks have, especially value investors, checklists and all that shit. But then it didn't, like, I must have said this, language sounds familiar. I must have said this in one of my videos, but it impedes education to a degree. And then if you start saying, I'm only going to do this, I'm only going to do that, and then you don't explore, you don't try other things, you don't get your ass kicked, or you do it, you get your ass kicked, and at that same time you could have been trying other methods. So it's like I haven't done that this whole time, and I feel as though it's been a net benefit because it's allowed me to learn. Yeah, as Gat says, you got to play with some new things to learn. I agree with you, Gats. I'm big on education. I group this channel under education on YouTube. I'm all about that, and the things with rules and stuff. I've done it, and I thought, this sucks. It hinders me too much. And there's certain, like, some rules, right? Like, some people will share tickers, and I'm like, well, I'm probably not gonna go into a speculative biotech. Like, that's, if you want to call that a rule, that's fine. I would just say that's not my style. I first traded those in 2007, been doing it a few years. Yeah. That's Uber. And so anyway, and so now it's like it just evolves. I'm like, all right, let me try this, let me try that. There's some stocks I don't even know how to value them, but I'll say I'll buy on the chart. There's a Bitcoin. The Bitcoin Trust is in this Roaring Kitty portfolio. You know what I mean? How the hell is that in here? I have no idea, but it is. That's me trying to test and get my ass kicked by it. It's just I have to do it. It's how everyone learns their own unique way. So anyway, my short answer for makeshift players, and I don't have one right now. But if I intend to maintain this many positions for a much longer time period, I really got to have something in place because it becomes too much to track everything. And but that's all I got to say about that. So right now, it's more just based on feel and when things seem to be. And I'm so diversified right now. I'm a little bit less. Except I'm dialed into GameStop, right? But in the case of some other stuff, like there's so many stocks, it's like it's okay if I'm a little bit slow to rebalance. Sometimes it could be benefit. Sometimes it could be a net benefit. Sometimes it could hurt me dragging my feet. But it all kinds of works. It all kind of works out. Like some of these, like OMI, I can't believe that it's this. It's hard for me to believe this is at 25, and I drag my feet. I dragged my feet on trimming this. You know what I mean? I may have even added to it. And even though it was really tough to value and super leveraged and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. And then just kept on running. And like Camping World was a huge, huge winner. It was a 10-bagger. I think it was my first 10. It was the first 10-bagger of this cycle, of this down cycle. That got to 10x first, and it was one of the biggest It was one of the biggest positions. And but like I didn't trim on the way up, and that was a deliberate decision though, because I was in it before it crashed. I got hit by it, and then I kept on averaging. But then I'm like, the chart looks so damn good, especially relatively. This chart is crushing it. And then, what's it doing now, by the way? It's hanging in okay. I've been trimming it all this area, all the way down. And so that's what I mean. Like, I don't, like, if I were just, I don't know. I'll just say it's based on feel. It's based on feel. I get this. I got a stock. I'd be like, is it time to rebalance this? Should I trim this position? I'll shake this. Then it says, it is decidedly so. And then after it says, I got to do it. The decision's been made. You know what I mean? Shit. That makes it easy for me. With those trimming and adding decisions, you don't want to spend so much time on that. You just go to the Magic 8 Ball. Pump. Oh, this one's coming down. Bummer. Energy's getting hit. What's oil doing? That's back above 40. I know, lots of people bearish on. Jen Cruz, a Roaring Kitty. I watched that video on trading based on feel. Love my ass on. Thank you, Jen. You're the one, Jen. You're the one who watched it. I don't know if anyone watched that video. Thank you. I'm glad you had. Oh shit. That's now you know what I mean. Jen knows what I mean. There's a video on my channel. If you want to know when I say I make a trade based on feel, you got to go check out that video so you can understand where I'm coming from when I say that. Jen knows. Jen knows. Ask that 8 Ball if GME squeezes this week. Fortune favors the bold. All right, I'll do that. Let's do it, see you. This week? As in the next 2 days? I think the 8 Ball needs a little bit of flex. All right, well, let's give it by the end of next week. Let's say, will GME squeeze? Will GME squeeze in the next 7 business days? According to See You Next Newsday. Pretty hazy, try again. I shit you not. Can you see that? Pretty hazy, try again. You can see that. Or is it backwards? I don't know. All right, one more. Is GME going to squeeze in the next... Today's Wednesday, right? 7 business days. Oh. You may rely on it. There you go. All right, it's settled. See you. That's the hardcore analysis we do during the Roaring Kitty live stream. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't know how to answer. I've been told by people smarter than me to hold out for $20 because it's coming. Oh, for GameStop. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to have a specific price target. I think it's still undervalued for what that's worth, but I don't. You never know. Yeah, settled 50-50. That's the market for you. Yeah, right. See you. Make sure I have an issue letting my stocks go. Yeah, makeshift. What I'd propose, invite just educate Rern Kitty, proven right again. Oh shit. What I'd say as a general advice, makeshift is you got to average in, average out. Maintain your sanity. That's an important part of investing. Even if you're trading, you can't go crazy. Average in, average out, and that way you win. You win no matter what happens. You know what I mean? You have to have a general idea. Did someone ask that? Oh yeah, Uber asked this. I thought I saw that. Uber asked, "What do you believe GameStop's intrinsic value is? What market cap or EV? What metric would you use?" So to Uber's point, you want to have a general idea as to what. This is why I'm a value investor, who draws lines on charts. You know what I mean? Is that you need it's so helpful to have a general idea to value, and to take Camping World as a recent example, just because it was like I figured Camping World was I was a buyer down here all the way up, and I was getting hit, and then it got crushed. I'm like, holy shit. And so then, but at the time, I was thinking, oh, this could be a $30, $40, $60 stock. And then it got up there so quick, so it was an easy decision to say. But the chart looked so good, and then it was going up so quick. I'm like, hold. No, I didn't even trim. Hold. And then I'm like, all right. I think my first trim was in this mid-20s. But again, I had an idea as to what value was makeshift. You know what I mean? So that's why being a value investor is a nice thing. And then when it got up here, I thought, yo, it just got up to that rough approximate price range in such a short time period. This is sick. Am I really going to hold for just maybe a 50% bounce? Like it could go much higher than that, but it's leveraged. It's not risk free. And so I've been like kind of trimming this whole way. I think I still have a little bit left. No, I might have more than a little bit left. Right down here, 0.41%. So that's what I'd say. Average in, average out, and just accept. Like, what do you say? You have an issue letting my stocks go. It's gonna be tough, especially if you're really dialed into it. But the other thing to think about, there'll be other ones. There will be other ones. There will always be other ones. And the other thing to consider is there could be other more attractive ones. It's always, you're making the decision not just in the context of your current portfolio, but of the opportunity set out there. You know what I mean? And even if that's why it's helpful to have a watch list, because then what you're doing is you're comparing your positions. If you have a watch list of like 500 stocks, 1,000 stocks, you're comparing your positions in the portfolio with those in your watch list. In makeshift, if you may be getting attached to your stock, but I'll tell you what, if you see another stock in your watch list that looks like it could be a 5-bagger, forget that one and move on to that one. You know what I mean? Or start averaging into the other one, because if it depends what your goal is. If your goal is to, become attached to stocks, then maybe you need to do that. But if your goal is to maximize your rates of return on an annualized basis, you want to make sure that your capital is being deployed across in a way that, I don't want to say risk reward, blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying. I'll just stop right there. Okay. ES now over. Oh, SPA over. Hey, welcome, James. Welcome. Anyone new just showing up is like, huh? And Dale. People are tuning into the stream, and I'm shaking the 8-ball. And they're like, wait, what is that? What's going on here? What's this stream about? Who is it? Welcome, James. Well, James is tuning. James is like, what's going on in this stream? Why is that 8-ball being shaken? You know what I mean? Okay, ES now for 33.70 should help GME tomorrow if this holds. Oh, is it cranking? Is futures cranking? Thanks for the heads up, James. Oh, not up that much. Oh, but that's 0.5%. That's I'd say that's. That's the thing, James. So we've been saying how sometimes the market can be, when the market can be down and people might be piling on the GameStop because it's it's been relatively outperforming. So I don't know. Some people have been saying that, but the market's been up on some days and GameStop's been kind of flat. So it's kind of hard to look in. Some people will rotate out of the winners, like a GameStop, recent winners, and rotate into other stocks. So it's not always that much of a tell. That's just my take, James. But we'll see. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Also, I keep an eye on, this is the Russell 2000. I sometimes check this out. I think so. This is up even more, James. This is up even more than the S&P, and I think that it might be an even better indication, because GameStop is better classified as within that index. for what it's worth, marginal analysis. But thanks for sharing. I'll check in on that stuff sometimes. Dale Brothers, there's a reaction I think we all had. I definitely recommend the other videos to catch up, but welcome to the future speculation and conversation. Oh, to the other, welcome all to the other Roaring Kitty videos? Yeah. Makeshift player. Yes, Roaring Kitty. Like me selling my shop the other day to add to GME was my first sell off I've had in like a year or two. All right, nice job, Makeshift. So there you go. And it's all subjective as to what you perceive value. That's the thing. So this is as a value investor, value is subjective, right? And a lot of people say this. That's nothing new, but value is so subjective, and that I think a lot of people have a tough time with that. They think value, they think low price to book, low PDE, and all this stuff. And I think it's so subjective. It can manifest in other ways. And so, for example, for you, Makeshift, it might be that you see value in shop, even though it might not be cheap on a traditional value type metric. Anyway, besides the point. You were rotating. You were rotating into the more attractive plays. That's, generally speaking, a good idea. Dale, lava loud. I've been here since he had 0 viewers. Kind of an OG. Dale, I do remember that, Dale. You were the one. No, there was I do remember. Yeah, Dale was here real early. There was 0 viewers. This was in August, early August. There was like 3 or 4 people who would pop in here and there. Every once in a while there'd be 2, but Dale, I do remember you too. Hey Dale, how'd you come across the channel, by the way? You were one of the early ones. I'd be curious. Same, my friend. See you next day. I think I was here video 3. Oh, welcome. See you. I don't know if you were. Not too many people were chatting. You know, what were you? You're watching me do research. Remember when we did research, Dale and CU? Do you remember those days? We actually did research, not deep dive analysis or anything like that. More tracking type stuff. But even still, times have changed. For now, we'll do research again. I promise. Markel, futures really don't mean anything till pre-market. Yeah, they go all over the place. That's the thing. They're noisy. Same, my friend. Same. GameStop. Okay. Oh, that's right. Uber was at. That's right. Sorry, Uber. I forgot your poll. GameStop's standardized. EBITDA 3.7. That's still so insanely cheap, even at $10, and not even looking at cycle upside to be nearly 100% higher than that EBITDA calc. Yeah, I agree. What was your poll question, Uber? Let me just scroll up. Gat says my PPS target is closer to 40. I have to give it. I hate to give a number. It may seem crazy, but I still think the potential in low. What was your question? What do you believe GameStop's intrinsic value is? What market cap or EV? What metric would you use? All right. I'll bite. So I say this in. If for those who don't know, I uploaded 3 GameStop videos. I think they were all. I think I uploaded all of them in August. I think. People would give me feedback. I was trying to improve upon them. And but was it one of them? The second one, the cigar butt one, not the cigar butt but a roach. In that one, I was saying how I felt that the legacy business model. I think. See you next Tuesday. The investment style 1 out of 2 videos were my intro to. Hey, see you. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad that was one of your first. See one of. Also, the other videos you might want to check out besides the GameStop, one of the investment style videos. Maybe if you watch the stream, you kind of know my investment style, but I talk about my investment style. Gives you a little bit more background. Thanks for sharing that, See you. That EBITDA number looks way off. Oh, FX is here. Oh, boy. Nick of time, 9:50. We thought we were going to escape. But he chimed in. I'm just kidding, FX, right? In that second video, the cigar butt video, I would say I thought the legacy business was worth. I thought it was ridiculous. That it was there was very, very low probability that it was going to be worth less than $250 million. I thought that was insane. That's why I was adding. And back here, the market cap was just obscene. I thought it was obscene. And so I said at the time it was like 260 or something. I thought, well, there's no way it's worth less than 250. Well, there's a way. I don't mean to speak in absolutes, but I'm like less than 5% chance that this is worth less than 250. But I thought that the legacy business model, how GameStop has historically run its business, forget the transformation, but the legacy business, I thought maybe 500 million to 1.5 billion. So I'd use market cap. Me personally, Uber, the balance sheet is in such. I think the balance sheet, relatively speaking, is fairly strong. So I'm okay using market cap for something like this. I understand other people utilizing enterprise value and so forth, and that's reasonable too. My go-to is a market cap. As long as the balance sheet isn't in dire straits or anything like that. That's just historically how I think. There's a case to be made I should be using enterprise value, and it's legitimate. I'm just so used to using market cap as long in that scenario. So I've been focusing on that. I thought 500 million to like 1.5 billion, right? And then that was in August, and I've been dialed into GameStop for a while. But then and remember how we've been saying like they haven't really been talking up the story. Like I would kind of wish even I was having a hard time like because they were kind of just talking, well, they're gonna do this kind of nuts and bolts type thing, and they got to do this. I'm like, all right, okay, they're gonna do that, and I wasn't so much excited about what they could do with revitalizing that omni-channel experience. You know what I mean? And then then Ryan Cohen got involved, right? And then, which was meaningful for me because of that upside transformation stuff. I always thought that was, I thought it was unlikely, right? Lots of people did, but that's the thing. Market was pricing in 0% chance, and I thought, shit, come on, it's 10% chance, 20% chance. Give me a break. And then when Ryan Cohen got in, I'm leaping. First of all, Ryan Cohen getting involved kind of substantiated even the legacy business model, I think, because given his reputation, would you really want to get involved with a dying business? You know what I mean? This is my take. It's not hard analysis or anything like that. So that was number one. And number two is then we got a little bit more insight the past couple weeks about like this omni-channel experience, what they're doing, the new app and same-day delivery, and that press release that GameStop came out with and kind of had everything in a single, how they're some digital stuff too. And I thought, shit. And then in the Best Buy market cap, I've been bringing that up recently. That's kind of been weighing on me. And I think, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, even that legacy business model, if they take action and they don't joke around and they're serious about it, because GameStop's they're in a unique position. They really are. And I repeatedly said that on my videos because it's so true. They're in a unique position as the go-to gaming retailer. And I thought, shit, even this current business model, even if they ramp it up and they take it seriously, I always felt the previous management teams didn't take it seriously. Bloated costs and shitty working capital management. Like those are the types of things that are a solid business model. You can, I don't want to say squeeze out extra cash flow, but if you're doing it well, running it well, there's opportunity there. So that was some of my downside protection. But even the experience, like as in people could have a funner time shopping at GameStop. And then you see Best Buy at $28 billion. So this stuff has kind of weighed on me. In this month of September, you could say that, it's because the price is rising. You could say that, but I would point to this stuff and I'd say, no. Here's my reason. So what I'm getting at, Uber, sorry for going all over the place, is that I still think on the low side, maybe 500, maybe 506. I try to be super conservative on that low side, super conservative. I say 500, 600 million low side, but the upside, originally I said 1.5, I might say like 2 billion. I could see it being 2 billion in theory, but then you add in the, if they transform themselves, right? And if they transform themselves, what probability do you assign to that? I know Uber knows this because he's gone through a whole bunch of models himself. But here's the thing. Ryan Cohen get involved. If I only thought it was like 5, 10, 15, 20% likely at that time, now I thought it was more. So now I'm thinking like maybe it's 15, 20, 25, maybe not 30%, but maybe 30%. That's huge. That's huge. When it was 0%, it's huge. It's really, really meaningful. That's the thing. But everyone talks in like it's a binary outcome, this or that. But you need to think in probabilities, right? You don't need it. It's how I go about it, right? I think you should. I think you should. And then I'm like, holy shit. So he got involved. So I need to, these are all mental models, right? I don't have these in a spreadsheet or anything. And so I'm like, shit. So, all right. So now I think I need to reassess. And I kind of revalued it a little bit higher. And it's not just because the price went up. I know people, I mean, you can make fun of me for that. Even I would make fun of myself for that because your price is going up. Of course you raise your valuation. But legit, like there's been fundamental changes to the business. A little bit fundamental changes to the business by that press release. You know what I mean? And what they're going to do, 800% e-commerce growth. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like it's already at a bit, like they're forecasting $1 billion in e-commerce sales. Like that to me, I wasn't thinking that a while back. I'm like, they already got here. I'm like, damn. And then if they get same day delivery and all this stuff. So there was like legit, they were not reflected in the fundamentals yet, right? But like it changed my thinking a bit. So that's what I was thinking. And so now we're still crazy cheap. I think. I'm biased. I'm long. You know what I mean? But that's what I think. Everyone talks about the price, but I'm looking at this, and I think 664. And that second video in August, before all this hoopla, I said $500 million on the low side. And 250 being like basement, like bear, like if it was a true catastrophe or something like that. And what did we get to? We're up after hours? Not catastrophe. That's not the right word. But if the thesis really didn't work out. But so anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that helps Uber. And then you get, I don't even care about the upside. Gatz said 40. I'm like, forget about it. I mean, much more than 2 billion, right? Or it could be 3 billion, 4 billion. But I can't model that stuff. I just think more than that. I think more than 1.5 billion, more than 2 billion. And then, so that's the type of stuff I keep my eye on. So if you think, now we're above 500 million, and so that's notable, but not like, but still cheap, I would say. Okay. Oh shoot, did I miss? See, FX shows up, and then you know, I'm probably late, and then that was 9:56. Good question though, Uber. I always think those are good questions to ask, especially to yourself, as I'm sure you do, Uber, based on some of your commentary here. That you need to be real with yourself all throughout. Sometimes it's tough, and sometimes you need to be. That's all I can say. Keep it real. Okay, CU, the investment style, yep. FX, the EBITDA number looks way off. They're adjusting for operating leases in their calc. Those in the tools videos are great. Oh, I see you. I'm glad you like the tools videos. Yeah, I'm glad you like the tools videos. I figured no one was going to watch that, but, yeah, they took a long time. But for people curious, there's a tools video on the Roaring Kitty channel. If you're curious, you can check it out. They're long. I apologize for that, but that way, because I don't always get to it during the stream, you know? But also, it will answer a lot of questions. Oh, it's in the description. There are links in the description of this stream. I think I included them in there. And but that way, if you can use those tools yourself, you may not use them the same way as me. That's cool. But I'm just trying to round out like some other potential tools for you, and then you can say, oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. But that way too, you have it all in one video. You don't need to. I know the live stream experience isn't great right now because I mean I'm not sharing my thoughts on all my stocks and stuff, and people are asking me. I apologize. But and then even the tools and stuff, I'm not able to share it in real time all the time. But feel free to toss out a question here and there. But as far as like the full tools, I'm like, you don't need this in a video. So if you're curious, I'm glad you like that. Fix, good evening. Yep. Oh, he's going through the model. Okay. Okay, James, is your speculation that Cohen's plan to get more involved is to become CEO? No, number one. That's not my base case. Anything, I think of probabilities, like I just said, but it's not my speculation that his goal is to become CEO. I actually don't know how that rumors. I don't know where that came. Someone started that, and it took off with a lot of people. How else could he get more involved and essentially guide the direction of the company? Imagine that news announcements. Yeah, two ways. A couple ways. Number one, just get on the board. He get on the board, becomes a member of the board. I mean, it might take time to become a member of the board, but another thing is, as some other people have noted, he can become like just an interested shareholder. Just as you have Bari sharing advice the past 12 months, you have Hestia and Permit. They did get a board seat, but they were sharing their views all along. But just an interested shareholder who maybe acts as an advisor of sorts. You know what I mean? So that has been what I've been thinking, James, for what that's worth. But indeed. So someone asked about what if that news is announced? How could that affect the stock price? But I agree. What if we get more tangible information on that, James? We've been wondering that, and I don't know. We'll have to see. Trey says this: just being an advisor with his online retail experience and benefiting himself and other shareholders would be viable. I agree. So that I would Trey jumped. Trey's got me covered. I'm pretty sure, Dale. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was on YouTube when looking for other people interested in GME at the time when I first saw the thumbnail of you with the cigar butt. Laugh out loud. Definitely thought you would be a stoner. Oh shit, that's funny. Okay, so you just came across it via YouTube search. I didn't. Stephen Hussey. He was the one who explained to me people use how much people utilize YouTube search. I didn't appreciate that. How much people use that to come across this stuff, and so I'm like, oh shit. So that's why I changed up the titles and add some. I'm glad you like the thumbnail too. But okay, so you just found it via YouTube. Thanks for sharing, Dale. I was curious. Oh shit. Okay, Trey. I think 90% of people see things as binary options. Oh shit. Did you already say that, Trey? Trey already said it. I think 90% of people think of things as binary options, regardless of how you slice it. The only thing not a binary option is where am I eating today? That's right. I agree, Trey. I was saying that. I agree. Too many people are thinking in this or that, but it's not binary. It makes it tough, right? But that's why there's opportunity there, because sometimes a small change in a probability model, such as can GameStop transform itself? Like, that's what I mean. The market's pricing in 0%, but if it's just 10% or 20%, it's way higher because it's all weighted average value. You know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, good. Okay. I forgot to send any thoughts from people on Palantir, just as an aside. I don't have any thoughts, Gats. I heard some people talking about it. I actually don't know much about it at all. I don't even know what they do. I looked up what they did a couple weeks ago, but I forget what it was. It's Silicon Valley, right? Trey Gats has potential, but maybe too expensive for me at the moment. I'd have to look. I'd have to look more. Trey, thanks. I started it. I took off from there. Hugo, nope. The speculation is that Roaring Kitty will be the CEO. My rumor, not Palantir, just to clarify. Oh, okay. Oh, should I be the new CEO? You don't. I can't. No way. You do not. I can't be the CEO. I don't. I can't. No. Board. We'll do board. Hugo, we'll meet halfway. We'll do board. I couldn't be. What am I gonna? I couldn't be an advisor. I can't advise them anything. We'll do board for shits and giggles. The business is very okay. Talking Palantir. Yeah, I don't know anything about Palantir. It's a hot. It sounds like it's a hot topic. A lot of people talking about it. But yeah, not much to add. Jeez, Hugo. Here we go, Hugo. NNDM. I wrote it down, Hugo. I wrote it down. Did I look it up? I didn't. I can't believe I didn't get to these today. You know what I mean? Let me type in NNDM. Six. Are they under some government contracts? I mean, I don't even know if it's going to have fundamentals. Let's see. Oh, it's going to take a while because I just typed it in. It's not right, is it? Did I type it? It's going to take a second. Oh, 7. Not bad. Some friends specialize in electronics told me. All right, I'll check it out. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's not it. I was going to say, that's a lot of red, Hugo. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of red, Hugo. I don't know, Hugo. I don't know. This might be even too much red for me. It's bleeding to death, huh? Stop. It's already dead. Stop. I mean, it's clearly a growth type company, though, right? What do they just issue shares? 1 to 31. 2 million in revenues. Really speculative. No, this is Nano Dimension. Something Hugo mentioned. And Hugo got a win on BBYD, so. All right, so you're investing in a story. You're investing in a story, Hugo. Which can be hugely profitable down the line, but it tends not to be a high win rate with these types of stocks, in my experience. All right, so the fundamentals are forget about it. This isn't because their main product just appeared this year. Oh, there you go. So forget the fundamentals. This isn't a fundamentals play. You see book value of 50 cents. What's this stuff? I don't even. It's not even in my list. Okay, check this. I'll do this. I can do universe. I can at least add it to my list. What's their product, Hugo? Yeah, this isn't really my style. But then, was there another one? I got a couple else queued up here. 10:04. Oh, it's 10 now. Let me check. We checked out here, but that's not as appealing. UNFI, TTI. I did want to check that out. But I'll wait. I'll do EFI when Philly Stakes. Philly Stakes. He's the one poking around that one. Thanks. Gets more in the ballpark. Still can't tie their mums. Some drones. NNDM. Watch this. So I can add NNDM here. Oh, it didn't get sent over yet. It should get sent over. What I can do is so it's not in my universe right now, which isn't a big deal. But if I can't see the price and stuff, and I can't see I can see the fundamentals, but I don't have all my metrics and stuff. So every once in a while, I'll come across a new company. In this case, no offense, Hugo, this isn't as exciting for me because I'm not seeing anything right off the bat that catches my attention, with the exception of you saying that it could be big. But if I see something here, and or insider buying is a big one. And then, was there any insider buying today? That's a big one where I'm like, oh, there's something going on there, so I'll want to get it into my to my universe. How come they're not popping up? Kind of weird. That seems like that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Clear those out. I shouldn't have to type these in. That's kind of annoying. And then so I'll at least add it in there for next time. I don't know what to put for a value though. I'll make a note. I'll say Hugo in chart. NDM has a stake in Nature Energy that to develop. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, It's a story. You're investing in a story, for better or worse. As long as you know your trade, you know what I mean? But for me, that's not usually the type of thing that I deal in. It's hard for me to have high conviction in a story without something backing it. You know what I mean? Oh, this is really slow. I guess I haven't opened this in a while. It's kind of a bummer. Anything that I type in my fundamental spreadsheet should pop over here. It's weird that it's not. All right, I don't feel like dealing with this right now. All right, thanks for sharing, Hugo. Thanks for sharing. But yeah, I mean, I made a note of it. And is there anything on Seeking Alpha? But this isn't really... I don't have an edge here. You know what I mean? Like my edge... Oh, it's up 34% today. Oh, you bought it yesterday? Did you buy it before this run-up? Oh, yeah, because it was up 2 days. Hey, nice, Hugo. But I just don't have an edge here. You know what I mean? You kind of got to know your edge. And my edge is like... I mean, this is a small cap company. But there's like a psychological component to it where you kind of dial into... I don't know. Sometimes if it's just a small underfollowed stock, though, it's true, Hugo. It's true. Sometimes it's just small and underfollowed and people don't know about it yet. It's not on people's radars. It's totally possible. There's a little bit of an edge there. How's that chart look? Looks interesting. All right, well, I made a note of... Oh, the chart looks... Okay, that looks kind of interesting. All right, here's a line for you. How you like this? How you like me now? All right. Are the insiders buying, Hugo? This could be a chart play. Is this weekly? That's weekly. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Not overbought yet. Oh, is this the one that was based in Israel? Shoot. I can't get the insider stuff. All right. Nah, just keep an eye on that stock in the news. All right. I will, Hugo. Okay, that chart looks kind of interesting. Just keep an eye on that stock in the news. Watch if you get another big winner here. I mean, these aren't missed opportunities for me. I know Hugo knows that, but if Hugo, it's not like Hugo's tossing out a ton of stocks. He's not like saying do this one. You know, you drop a whole bunch of stocks. One of them will work out. You know what I mean? But he's only tossed out like 2, and so far they've been okay. Well, you just mentioned this today though. If you mentioned it yesterday, I give you a little bit more props. Hugo. All right, talk Palantir. I don't know Palantir. All right, 10:08. We got time for... I just wanted to look at one company. So this company, what are you here? I'll wait for that affiliate stake, PND. Let's check out this one. This one looks interesting. Just for a quick, I mean, I think I'll probably round up somewhat early here today. Early, 3 hours, 7 to 10. We're already late. This one. So I'll tell you why this one looks interesting to me. It's an energy play, first of all. Non-recourse debt. I always like to see that because Hugo, there was no streaming yesterday. There was no streaming. Catch up on your sleep, Roaring Kitty, huh? Let's go. Non-recourse debt on this one. So I'll say, I mean, I won't go too deep into this one, but first of all, energy play. There's a known risk right there. But small cap, 64 million, which is kind of on the small side, which sometimes makes me a little bit nervous. But legitimate company, you know, $1 billion in revenues past couple of years. You know what I mean? But it's not just a traditional oil and gas play. But what stood out to me, so what I want of the tickers I got listed here, this is the one I wanted to dive into more because I haven't yet, but I need to because it's in the Roaring Kitty portfolio now, but I'm trying to figure out if it should be a bigger position, and I don't know yet. I need to do the research. But there's a great article. If anyone wants to check this out and then share their thoughts on this next stream, not homework assignment, right? But if you do, I'd be curious. This one, this Jim Rommel is an investor in the company. But he runs a firm. And he wrote a report on Seeking Alpha on September 2nd. You know what I mean? That gets my attention. I said, oh shit, someone who's heavily invested in the company. And and I clicked his link. That was it because this brought me to his website. And then he's a true value investor here. Lots of videos out there. It sounds like he's even close with the management team at Tetra, which I'm not sure how to interpret that right now. But where did I see? He said something where it was his percentage of the portfolio, or was it? Oh! It's public. It was on Well Wisdom. So go to Well Wisdom, right? Check this out, and then you see Ramel. Boom, top position, top holder, 6%, and he just added it this quarter. So they currently owns 7.7. He just added it between March 31st, between April 1st and June 30th. So I thought, okay, this is interesting. I'd never heard of them before. And then I click in to go see the other positions in the portfolio. There wasn't too much overlap with me, which is a little bit concerning. But I thought there was one or two. Wasn't there? DXLJ, Sandridge. Sandridge is in the portfolio, though, really small. And Sandridge has been moving up in the Roaring Kitty portfolio. Sea Change, I've looked at that in the past, but not too much overlap, for better or worse. Sometimes I like to see that. Sometimes I'm like, value investor. We don't have a similar style, but sometimes styles cross. You know what I mean? Sometimes styles cross. And so I thought, okay. So then I read the article, and we don't have time to get into it now. Talk about Palantir. First of all, I gotta close out some shit. Okay. And then what stuck out to me. So this is a long article. No time to read it right now. I'll revisit it later. But what's interesting is that it owns another publicly traded company that trades. Oh, it's publicly traded, but it trades at it's because of how much it owns of this publicly traded company. It's all of its balance. It's all consolidated into its balance sheet. But this company in which it's invested, it's capitalized on its current balance sheet, but it's non-recourse debt that this company, I know I'm not speaking clearly right now, but it's after 10. You got to give me a pass. But the company in which it's invested, the debt that it has is non-recourse to this company, TTI. And so the market can miss things. The market can miss things. If you open up the balance sheet, or if you open up the balance sheet, or in this case, if you just open up the fundamentals, it comes across as levered, which it still is to a degree. It has debt, but it's not as levered as it at first appears. You know what I mean? So that... Do I have it right here? Recourse. There we go. So that's what stuck out. To be clear, in the event of the debt default, there is no recourse to TDI. So that's something that stuck out to me. So again, I won't get into it too much here, but when I see stuff like this, and then it was written by this month by, or it's almost last month, by an investor in the business who's a value investor, and they are interested in it. And then chart was looking okay. I thought, okay. I mean, it's kind of tracking energy right now. But I added it to the Roaring Kitty portfolio right about here. And I thought, okay, let me keep an eye on this. So this is one of those cases where I'll dabble. All right, let's get the toehold there and let's see what happens. But yeah, so maybe I'll dive deeper into this. That was one that stood out to me the most. But you can check that out. What was this? Oh, by the way, what do you think about PRTY? There's a clash between bears and bulls. Yeah, no, PRTY, I've been talking about, you may have missed it, Hugo, but I was talking about it on the stream a couple weeks ago. I was adding it to the Roaring Kitty portfolio. Let me see where it is right now. Oh, it's lower than I thought. So I didn't catch the huge run-up. It was a huge run-up that I missed. And I was talking about this on stream. I think I have it listed as a missed opportunity, do I? Right there. And then I was saying, it's okay if you have a missed opportunity. Their revenue has increased year over year, but don't get what the cause of their fall. And then I was revisiting it during the stream. This was like a month ago. Dale may know. Dale may have been here. And I'm like, where was it? Right around the $2 range. So right around this $2 range, I thought, you know what, I missed it. But then I saw what's his name was buying more. Kosin. I saw he was buying more. And Clifford Sosin. And I thought, you know what? I missed it, but if he's still buying more here, that was a big reason I bought. And then the chart, too. And I thought, because I remember thinking, this was another one of those cases, what did I compare it to, where it looked like the company was going bankrupt. No, my quick assessment when I was analyzing all these stocks, this was March and April, I'm like, is this company going to survive? Is this going to survive? Blah, 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 blah. And I thought, oh, shit, this one looks really bad. I don't know if they're going to make it. And that was a mistake, because Clifford, he knew. Look at him buy all the way down there, and I should have been following him. I knew he was a value investor, and he bought. Look at and he bought Home too. HOME, he crushed it. It was a sick purchase, and so he rode it all the way up. Right, he rode it all the way down. Did he? No, that was Home. No, not all the way down. But what was his first purchase? Oh, his first purchase was March 17. Crushed it. That was his only purchase. I must be thinking of Home. He bought a ton in Home. And I thought, well, if he's still buying, now he's a huge owner. Then look at August, 1.5 million. 500K, and then he kept on buying, and then some of the other insiders bought it. I thought, all right, that's good enough for me. So that was why I got it back into the portfolio, because I thought, oh shit, if it's not going bankrupt, what did I just say this? I just said this about another stock. If it's not going bankrupt, then it probably could be worth quite a bit more. And so I thought, all right, he wants to add on the way up, let's do it. And then so it was kind of breaking down on this chart and stuff, and but that's like the extent of my analysis, Hugo. I'm not like a diehard bull or anything like that. That was one of those quick plays, or if I see this, I see that. I see this unfolding, boom, I'll do that. But I didn't dive in super deep to get that high level of conviction, nor the to the degree that I have a strong opinion to argue with bears or bulls. But I see Clifford Sosin buying there, and I think that's bullish, and the insiders too. But I just typed in Hugo. I meant to type. I was looking at your name, Hugo, and I typed in Hugo for my ticker. I just type in party. Party all the time, party all the time, party all the... There you go. Oh, there's a couple of bearish ones, Josh. All right, a lot of bearish ones. So I'd have to bring myself up to speed on those. Interesting. Wow, that's a lot of bearish ones. What was I thinking buying it? Oh, no, what was I thinking? Prepays outstanding term loans? Oh, shit. Okay. All right, 727. Interesting. I should dig into those bearish ones. Well, that's if I want to dig deeper. All right, Makeshift. I'm about to roll too. Have a nice night, Makeshift. Have a nice night. It's been fun. It's been great having. Well, at least we checked out a couple of other stocks today. This was kind of sick. And then we had some sick side discussions. What did we talk about? Palantir. Talked about... Well, y'all talked about Palantir. I don't have anything to say. The social media apps and stuff, right? I thought that was a good discussion. I know lots of people have strong opinions on that too, because lots of us are users of it too, and it will be interesting. Good night, Trey. Have a nice night, Trey. Cheers. We cheers to everybody. Cheers, everybody. And because who's going to be the big winner looking out 10 years? Looking out a couple years, it's tough, but who's the big winner out 10 years? Who's the big winner out 20 years? You know what I mean? Like that can be fun to speculate on. Usually, you think the big winners are the ones who will persist, but sometimes you never know. Sometimes they kind of come out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Like a Chewy. Shit, 5-6 years? I mean, that's not a social media stuff now. I'm going on tangents now. All right. So at least we could spend some time on some other stocks, so that was sick. X out of this. And as far as GameStop goes, nothing to report, huh? Well, we have some time to dive. I didn't even get down the whole damn thing. Western Digital down. New Home down. CCS. Cheers and good night to all. See you, Bulls, Roaring Kitty, and the Magic 8 Ball on Friday. Cheers, see you. You have a nice night. Oh, talking Palantir. This is sick. I love that there can be like side discussions during the stream. You know what I mean? Like legit analysis. A good analysis being shared on the chat. I think that's great. It's a good thing I got dialed into the price points when I did. I'm starting to forget price points. You know what I mean? It's good to like understand where these stocks are, where they're trading at. That way you can get a quick take. And then it's at extremes. You're ready to run. But over the past 2 months now, the stream's been up like 2 months, huh? Hey, happy 2 months, everybody. Dale, see you. But I feel like most things kind of hover around. No, I feel like at least in the most of the stocks haven't really gone anywhere, or if they have, they've been up. Okay. All right. Everyone, have a nice night. And we'll see you Friday night. Let's see what happens. We'll see what the stock closed this week. Everyone's keeping an eye on the threshold list too. I know Uber is, and some other folks. Let's see what happens there. But other than that, let's see if we get. I doubt there'll be any news, but maybe a filing or something. But other than that, just watch the price action. That's it. Just cheer. Enjoy the peacefulness. It's gonna get crazy again. Just enjoy the peacefulness. Just kick back. Catch up on your sleep. Catch up on your sleep like myself. So when it does go crazy again, we're ready to go. You know what I mean? Be ready for those 12-hour streams. You gonna be ready? I'm gonna be ready. All right, Friday. Yeah. Cheers, Jen. Cheers. 666. Okay. IPL. Oh, talking Palantir. Can y'all still chat? I don't know if y'all can still chat when I close out the. You can talk beforehand. Because who was it? George was here mad early. He was like, I saw his comment in here, but I think once I end the stream, I think the chat might end. So just a heads up. But I'm not that OG. See you Friday. Yeah, he's not that OG. See you Friday, Dale. See you. Try to buy stuff from Party for the next stream. Oh, I could do that. I like that store, Hugo. I like decorating for holidays and stuff. I always thought it was a good business model. Oh, Michaels. I thought Michaels was that was the other one. I think that's a good business model, retail business model. And so I thought that about Party too, as long as the debt wasn't gonna drown them. It would be great to see you wearing a party cap. I could do that. I should do that. Well, I could do that, especially if we have reason to party. You know what I mean, Hugo? So we'll see. Oh, we also looked at the wrong GameStop app today. That was sick. Reviewing a 5-year-old app or however old it is. That was a riot, huh? Jeez, huh? All right, everybody. Have a nice night. I hope you enjoyed, and I will. Oh, I think I got a new song queued up tonight too. I think I do. For the Sleeping Kitties. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. These are just like chill songs or whatever. You know what I mean? Party merge, return of LAN parties, real OGs. I know, huh? Return of the LAN party. Oh, that's a good one, CU. I like that joke. He's merging GME in party, and it'll be the return of the LAN parties. That's a good joke, huh? All right, everybody. Have a nice night. See you Friday if you come back, but have a nice rest of the week. I hope you do. All right. Peace.